Good afternoon, everybody. We are back. It's Saturday, and we are live again here with my good buddy Ryan Gonzalez. Late night LeBron having some technical difficulties. We're going to try to solve that on air. But joining us as well, special guest, my good friend Trevor 1-6 Shooter Williams. Trevor, how are you doing
What's going on,
today?
guys? I'm good. Hey, and fixing technical problems while you're live is a lot of fun too.
Yes,
it makes for some great content.
We were trying to figure it out a little bit before we went on, but then we thought that Dave Orkin might come and beat the crap out of us if we didn't go live. What's up, Dave?
He's not streaming from Frankensons again, is
he? No, he was home. He looked like normal setup, so we're trying to get him back in here. So Eric, just when you try to come back in, I'll try to see what I can do. Rhino, what's going on, my man?
I am just counting down the minutes until Legion's Con. Well, technically, Amber got lucky, so intern again.
What? That's this week? That's coming up? Yo, so Trevor,
I can't stop being reminded of it.
Sure, I know.
I live, breathe, and sleep, and everything, man. It's coming way too fast. I could use another week.
Yeah, normally in this situation, this is where I would kiddingly ask you probing questions and look for signs and stuff. But I figure we're so close.
I'm a rock.
So close at this point.
Been doing this for a long time, Jonathan. I'm like, it's not even gonna faze me.
But all right.
But I will say, I got a lot going on, man, and I gotta pack all this stuff up. I mean, this dragon is. I mean,
Oops. Yeah, so we are here. It is Legion's Con week, basically. It's the weekend before Legion's Con. Everything starts in just a few days. So Intern for a Day is on Thursday. G-Con is on Friday. And then Legion's Con days 1 and 2, Saturday and Sunday. Trevor, what's your plan? At what point do you start your stay in New Jersey? Just not talking about what you're doing, anything that you might be doing.
Well, I'm hoping it'll be Wednesday, but I actually have to book a room there, hopefully at that hotel, if not another hotel, whatever, for Wednesday night, because I got to get ready because I'm going to be doing Intern for a Day. As it stands, we'll see how things go, because right now I'm biting my nails to get everything done because listen, there wouldn't be a G-Con on this end of things if it wasn't chaotic and last minute stuff coming in, and so it is what it is. You know what I mean? That's the way it goes. But yeah, so hopefully Wednesday, I'm hoping maybe I can stop over the studio. I do have to drop some stuff off and maybe get some things set up. So maybe I'll be there in time for Jeremy's show or something and pop onto there. And if not, Thursday I'll be there in the morning. I don't even know time that starts. 10? Intern?
Yeah.
10.
I think it's 10.
I bet Ryan knows.
That's right,
Yeah, 10.
I also have not thought about what the hell I'm going to do for Intern. So have fun in my 20 minutes, because I have lined some stuff up, but I don't think it's going to be as elaborate as it. I the last couple of years I did a setup and I lit it and did smoke and stuff, and it was cool. I mean, but it wasn't really hands on for people, so I'm trying to think of different ways to just make it. May just be an AMA, man. Honestly, I'll put some images on my computer, and it may just be ask me stuff. I don't know.
Honestly, if you threw some of your bigger photos from the past year, in a slideshow, and just clicked through and just talked about your process, people would freaking.
That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea,
would,
man. All right, yeah, and I'm gonna have some stuff for people to get hands on with. So I think it'll be interesting. I envy Nate. Nate is you just sit and watch Nate work, and it's ooh, cool. He's ooh, look what's he doing. He's it's so it's fun to watch Nate. But he kind of does the same thing where you just ask him questions about the work and how long it takes and stuff like that. So yeah, that might be what it is. But the rest of it will be fun. So
yeah,
I know one person, 20 minutes.
I know one person who would love it. Wait. This way? This way. Wait.
Mm.
This way.
Yep.
This way.
You're coming with Amber, right? You got to be the plus one.
Yep.
How'd you work that out?
You got to marry her. You got to spend a ton of money on her. Just got to keep her happy.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All
No.
right. You've already spent the money. I was gonna say, if I were her, I would have put it up for bid or something.
Yeah, seriously, works it out a little bit. Like,
Yeah. What's it worth to you?
yeah, this is the same person convincing you, trying to convince you to buy the Hot Toys Batmobile. I mean,
Mm.
Yeah, that's that kind of person. You gotta. Yeah, you gotta. Well, that's true.
and then she
You owe
takes you
her.
to intern for a day. Holy.
Yeah, you owe her.
All right, let's say hi to the chat real quick. We got, of course, number one in our hearts, Dave Orkin. Ryan Gonzalez is here. Welcome, Ryan. Eric LeBron was here. What's up, Eric? Payne's Toy Samples in the house. Trevor was in the house, currently in the house. Jesse Arnold is here.
Jesse.
Just shelve it. Jesse says, keep me company while I die. So, Jesse, one of the many of us who are currently in crunch time right now with their last minute work, all the ideas all year they've had coming to fruition. Bill from the Dork Layers in the house. Dave Orkin again. What's the holdup, guys? Joseph H is
He's
here.
got things to do.
What's up, Joseph? Legends Collector. What's up, Dylan? Jacob Forna's in the house. Casper. Oh, man.
Get up, dude.
Congratulations, but we were close. One play. I'm talking about Rutgers and Ohio State.
Oh,
Rutgers was beating Ohio State 9-7 at halftime today. The number one team in the country.
What
And
up,
then-
boys?
What's up?
There
There
he
he is.
Showing off.
dude. What the
Late night LeBron in the house.
fashionably late. I don't know what the fuck was going on, dude. I couldn't start my mic. I couldn't start my camera. I was like, what the hell? I don't know what was going on. Of course, today that would happen, right?
Computers, dude. It's tech is bullshit. Welcome, my
Hope
friend.
my
How are you
show
feeling?
doesn't go as bad. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Glad to be here. What up, Trevor?
take all the problems now, so the next week is nice and
Exactly.
smooth, right? Like
Exactly,
whatever
exactly.
comes now is
Jesus
fine.
Christ.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Man.
We'll do it today. Get all the kinks out right now.
Exactly.
I was just congratulating Michael Casper on Ohio State beating Rutgers. So Rutgers had a halftime lead. Gets the ball, beginning of the second half, drives right down the field inside the 10. Interception, returned 93 yards for a touchdown. So the game's was a lot closer than the score, but I know there's tons of people here that care about college football. Well, Rutgers lost. Michael Casper's in the house. Art G is in the house.
RG.
Eric Miller's
Eric
in the house.
Miller.
What's
Hey,
happening?
what's up, Eric?
Miller, what's up, man?
Art says 6
What's up,
more
Art?
days. Who will I see on Friday when I set up? Art Gutierrez has a table this year.
We'll all be
I
there,
can't wait
baby.
to see what's on there.
Yep.
Wizard O Toys looking forward to next weekend. So are we. Pablo Lopez. What's up, Pablo? Can't wait to see Pablo.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
Pablo's going to have a table with his prints, and he's going to have my Pizza Monster print, hopefully, for me, ready to go, ready for me to purchase.
Nice.
Eric Miller says, I'm interested to see what bust the interns will get. Maybe it won't
Ooh,
even be a bust.
There's
Maybe
a
it'll be
prediction.
something else.
What do you guys think?
If it's not a bust, is that a bust?
Yeah, if it's a bust, what do you think it'll be?
It would not, because if they
I
replace it with
have no
something-
idea, so I can guess at this. This is the stuff I can guess at.
I was thinking something about maybe Cosmic this year. Maybe.
Mm,
What was
That'd be
last
kinda
year
cool.
again?
Maybe Thygar.
Malleus.
cool.
Malleus was last year.
Oh, that's weird. That's interesting
Yeah,
because
maybe
they did
Oleg
Mhm.
Thygar or something. That'd be cool.
Yep.
two
Yeah.
Arab
That'd be a good one to
players.
You
paint.
paint
You know what I
yours
mean?
either,
That'd be
Ryan,
fun to
right?
paint.
Nah.
Yeah, I didn't touch mine. They gave me those paints. I was like, fuck all that. I'm not painting this thing. This thing's too freaking awesome.
Man.
You know, I have a couple of them in
I
like
paint enough shit,
translucent
okay?
Yeah.
plastic, and I kind of want to paint them, but I kind of don't. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Nah. That thing's too special to paint, I think. That's just my opinion.
For me,
Yes,
it was like,
were.
I'm here for intern for a day. The activity is painting the bust. This is absolutely getting painted right now at Four Horsemen Studios. 100%. Never
Yeah,
have that
that's totally
chance
fun.
again.
Part of the fun.
but it was my son that did it, so that was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
I would agree, Oleg Thygar would be kind of awesome with the Succession
That would be
thing.
cool.
Like,
Yeah.
so, like, then you have your own Thygar bust, just like the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
true.
didn't think about that. Yeah, that's true.
True.
And it wouldn't be too hard to paint. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of an easy one to do some wash with and stuff and make it look pretty good.
Yeah, Cosmic makes a lot of sense. Michael Cass says, can't wait to
Nostalgia.
feast on the souls of the lounge and the Euro during the trivia contest.
Just so
You better
damn
bring your
proud
A
of
game,
yourself.
Trevor.
Saturday night,
I'm
right?
studying, man. Yeah, I guess
Better
Saturday
bring
night.
your
I don't know
A-game,
what the hell's
brother.
going on. We got to push. I don't know. I heard 7:00, and I'm like, we're gonna get out at like what 4, and then we got to eat. I want to eat, man. I got to eat and have a drink in me at least before we do this. So hopefully we can push it back a little bit to an hour or something like that. But
All right, so you
unless
say
we can
you're
go get to the pub, if we can get into the pub. Well, when I say studying,
that was
I
one of my
said- I
questions.
mean-
like, what are you-
I
what are you
mean going
doing?
back and listening to the Euro Legions cast in the beginning.
Trying to learn what they already know.
Mhm.
All right. So Eric,
Yes, sir.
my man, are you done now preparing customs for Legions Con? Are you
100%.
sorry? So
Yeah.
what? So do you have a final number that you want to release or no?
If I'm not mistaken, 57 or 58 full customs and about 50 to 60 painted heads.
That's wild. That is
And they are fire.
incredible. Yeah.
Yeah. So
50
yeah,
got
it's
some sneak
kind
peeks.
of nice. This whole last week, not painting shit. I haven't done anything at my desk. I put it all away and freaking. I packed up my big old suitcase with nothing but figures and shit that I'm gonna bring, my stickers and all my table runner, my tablecloth that I put on my table, and all the other shit that I have to bring along with me. My whole setup kit, whatever, my price tags, everything I'm trying not to forget, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's all packed up now. All I need to do now is just pack up my clothes and be ready to roll, man. I'm ready.
That's a way to be, man, because I imagine like there's probably a lot of people like working right up until the last second. I was talking to a few other people that are like they're doing like trial packing runs, like people that can drive, like or like figuring out how to pack like different things like in the car and stuff, and like
I wish I
practicing
had that kind of
practicing
time. Good
packing.
Lord.
All right, so
Yeah.
we'll go to you next, Trevor. Now, just not talking about professionally. I guess it's all professional, but
No,
for
but
your
that's the
table-
problem. Yeah,
Yeah. So
that's the
what's
problem
kind
because
of
I'm still
prep
doing the
time?
professional end. So like I was bagging up and matting prints last night. I still got a few of those to do, but I'm in pretty good shape. I'm going to be bringing some figures, so I was hoping to have like everything priced out and a price list and tagged or whatever, but that's not going to happen. I'm going to be doing that during the show. I still gotta, hopefully I'm picking up the calendars tomorrow or the next day. They're really cutting it close. I mean, they're really freaking me out a little bit. What else? Yeah. And just packing. I mean, come on, packing run. No, I just got to pack, man. Like it's,
yeah.
I'll be happy
Yeah.
if it all gets in the car. Like I have a Jeep,
Yeah.
but like, there's a lot of stuff coming, man. Cause it's,
What's
it's
up,
gonna be
Reynolds?
Crazy.
So Reynolds.
Yes, I'm familiar with
Yeah.
the Jeep. We love
And
the
if
Jeep.
you
And it's-
forget clean underwear, you can always stop by Walmart. So just
Yeah, that's true. Like the clothes, I mean, I could pick up t-shirts there, right? If I have a couple pairs
Oh,
of
dude,
pants, some underwear,
seriously,
some
I'm
socks,
thinking of
I'm
like
good to
bringing
go.
like 2
I'm
t-shirts.
gonna
with me
have,
because-
you know, I mean,
Yeah.
Walter will be showering you with t-shirts, and you know, and Len
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
too, and you
Yeah,
go over
And
to
I was
the
thinking
Retro
of-
Rags and
about
get some
that.
of those, and you know, so there'll be shirts galore.
please wear deodorant. Please. put
Oh my
deodorant
God,
on.
yeah.
I will.
Please.
I always do.
Please,
What are you talking
people,
about?
wear-
No, not
deodorant.
you. Everyone.
I know.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't want to offend, but it is offensive sometimes.
yes.
I'm
Yeah.
offended by you being offended. All right,
I'm
so
not offended.
real quick, want to bring on another special guest here to help us get ready for Legions Con, baby. Saturday Day Live welcomes Jared, aka
Hey,
Toy Bro.
what
man?
up,
Yeah.
guys, man?
What's going on, dude?
Yeah, Toy
How's it
Bro,
going?
what's up, dude?
Dude, thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit today. Saturday before Legion's Con,
That's
Legion's Week, Mythic Week, this whole thing. First of all, we'll get to the prep in a second. How are you feeling today?
Pretty good. Pretty good. It's been a good
What
day.
up? What day are you coming into New Jersey?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Are you going to intern? You are going to
I
intern,
am.
aren't you?
Nice.
Oh shit!
All
I
right.
didn't
So
know that.
Have you ever been?
No.
Oh, dude, it's amazing. You're gonna be blown away. It's awesome.
Yeah. Bringing Bill as my date to intern.
Nice,
that's-
dude.
that's
Right,
why,
Nice.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. Of course. Yes, I forgot about that.
How
yeah.
fitting, man. Two awesome YouTubers. That's so awesome.
So what you've got to have some like thoughts going through your head right now about what to expect first for intern for a day coming up. Like what are you like most excited to see? What are you wondering? Like what are the things that are going through your brain right now?
Honestly, I don't have anything in my head right now. I have no expectations. I'm just going.
That's a good way to do
Going.
it,
I'm
man.
gonna have a great
Yeah.
long weekend. That's
Hell
what I'm
yeah.
Mhm.
Hell
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, because if you set it up in your head like for something, you don't want to
Yeah. I don't know what to expect.
make it more
this
than
year.
it's going to
I've heard
be,
about
or
it,
you
so,
know.
So your prep is a little bit different than, for example, Trevor's or Eric's, who are bringing like customs and doing things professionally and stuff. Like, do you have any other prep you're doing, or is it just literally I'm just gonna get up, go, and I'm just gonna go have a good time?
that's it. I'm getting
Nice.
up. I'm leaving.
I
That's
envy
it.
you.
The freedom of an attendee, man. That's awesome.
know. I really want to do that one year.
I know, right? Just come as an attendee. Yeah. No table, no
Minion.
nothing.
Yeah, that was the thing. So then I was thinking about like possibly getting like a hedgehog table this year, right? I had
Mhm.
some ideas of things I wanted to do. Maybe set up have like a half table and have like a little station where people can come in and like record videos or something cool that people could come and do. Couldn't end up doing that because I actually have to go to Disney on Monday.
Poor guy.
Oh, that's right.
My daughter has a thing down there, but we're flying back Friday morning. So we're gonna fly back. I live in New Jersey for people that don't know. We'll be flying back from Florida to New Jersey Friday morning. Hopefully, if all goes well, we should be back by midday. Got to get my family back home and settled. Then I hop in the car and drive directly to Whippany. So I'll be at the hotel, barring anything unforeseen, Friday night. So I couldn't do the table thing, but like part of me is like I'm sad to miss G-Con on Friday, obviously. But part of me is kind of like also okay with the idea that I'm still just going this year as an attendee, and there's no pressure on you, like nothing on your shoulders. Not to make you feel any pressure, Trevor and Eric.
Yeah.
You should do that next year. You should get like a little hedgehog like cutouts. People can put their face in it and take a picture as a
Yeah.
hedgehog or something like that.
Like they're getting eaten by a hedgehog. You know
Right,
what I mean?
exactly.
It'd be amazing.
Yeah, I'm thinking about next year. Like I wonder how much money Nate's very expensive though. That's the problem. To just have him wear a 1/6 shooter hat and just be me for the entire weekend, and I can just like go around.
See, that was your mistake.
gonna
is
know?
When you
Exactly.
started,
It can
Legion's
be
Lounge,
done. It can be done.
You never should have both been on at the same time.
I know that's
You
true.
could have just
yeah.
had one of you on, and
That's true.
like
Wait a minute, you look a little different in person. Yeah, it's the camera. Camera edge.
Camera.
Camera
It
edge
adds 10
attractiveness.
pounds. Yeah.
All right. So
Meaning-
one thing,
Nate looks better
Go
in
ahead.
person.
Before we got too far in, Jared, I did want to ask you one other thing. You've actually had one of the Legion's Con exclusives in your possession, right?
Mhm.
I've got him right here.
Yeah.
Nice.
Would you mind
Great,
showing
right?
the people? Oh my God! Here, let me.
And big and
There you go.
And big and
nice. Lucky.
How great is that cape, man? Isn't that cape insane? I love that.
It's
cape.
gnarly. It's absurd in like the best way.
It
Though.
is absurd. It's
It's like a
spawn like
Spawn cape
absurd.
almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm
It's
definitely.
It's
gonna
Gorgas
try one.
Vermilius by Todd
Yeah.
McFarlane.
Yeah, he's so good.
That's killer.
So
For
cool.
people that don't know and haven't seen it yet, Jared on the Toy Bro YouTube channel has a review of Vorgus, who is one of the Legion's Con exclusives for next week, the Saturday exclusive, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Mhm.
so go check that review out. It's a really great review. Jared, one of the most consistent guys in the business, gives you a great rundown of this figure. I am super excited. I was excited last year for the exclusives. This year, like, I think between the new Vorgus and the Walter 2-pack, like, these exclusives I think are nuts. So, Ryan, let me start with you. Any thoughts on or a favorite of the new exclusives for next week?
I got to go with Vorgus version 2. It's beautiful, and I love that it comes with the new spear type topper.
The topper.
I-
It's a small little thing, but it's really cool.
Yeah, it really gives it that aggressive look too. And I love what they did with the different reds all throughout that. It's a beautiful figure. As much as I love Walter.
Well, it's not Walter. It's just his figure.
Still.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's like. Maybe you take it personally. I'm not really sure.
What about you, Eric?
Definitely stoked for Walter's figure, dude. Long overdue to give my man props and get him a figure for all he's done for the community and the Cabal and all the people he's brought together, and just how much effort he's put into all of this without any looking for any thanks or anything in return. It's just, I mean, he's such a selfless dude. It's just one of those things I'm so proud to be a part of and be there to witness the when it goes down, man. It's just awesome. Super stoked to get that figure and to just, like I said, just be part of the whole scene when Walter gets that in hand and is just living in that moment, man. It's super cool.
Yeah, I think for me, I agree. I think that I'm super excited about the Vorgus exclusive, but the 2-pack I think is the main thing that I'm like because it's just a ridiculous set, right? We'll probably take a look at it a little bit later. It's got like the little T-shirt and everything, the 2 figures, and it's awesome. But I just real quick wanted to pull up. I actually had not seen this until just this weekend. Was the official Legions Con T-shirt from
Nice.
Retro Rags Limited. And it's got both, of course, depictions of the Walter, the Mad exclusives, and the Vorgus exclusive. So what do you think about this?
Freaking awesome. We're getting it.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Like I said, there's no real need to bring clothes, dude. You could, in 10 minutes inside the con, you could buy up a whole new wardrobe, man. There's gonna be so many
I'm picking
awesome
up a
shirts.
hoodie from Lynn. I just need somebody to sell pants, and I'll be good.
Exactly. Someone make some pants, and we're good to go. I don't even have to pack. Just bring my shoes. That's it.
There's an opportunity there. Late night LeBron pants. Late night LeBron swishy pants. Pajama pants.
Exactly.
That's it, pajama pants. Late night
Yeah.
LeBron pajama pants. Let's make $1 million.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
awesome.
also-
That shirt looks great, man. I'm sure Retro Rag is going to have a ton of great shirts too available at their table.
Yeah. The one from last year was pretty cool too. It had like the unknown one. on it.
Yeah. I got the. I ended up getting the one with the Furious 4 on it, which was funny because I actually ordered it from their website, and they were actually not going to sell it until Legions Con. So I was actually the very first person to ever get that shirt because I actually brought it with me to Legions Con, and they hadn't even started shipping those or anything. So they're like, "How the hell did you get that?" And I told them, and who is it? Motu Joe told me, he goes, "Dude," he goes, "when you ordered," he goes, "I was loading the site and I was putting the shirt up as a test to make sure that it was on the site okay, so that when we actually did put it up for sale, that it would actually be on the picture would have." He goes, "In the moment that I did that, you ordered the shirt and got the shirt." I was like, "Oh, I didn't know." He goes, "Dude," he goes, you were the very first person to get that shirt." It's too funny.
Was that a G-Con? I remember. I think I was standing
Yeah.
there when he was saying that to you.
Yeah. It was
Like,
at
dude.
G-Con. Because everybody was like, "Dude, where did you get that shirt?" I was like, on Retro Rags. They're like, "I don't see it. What are you talking about?" I was like, "Yeah, dude, I got mine." And yeah, that's what happened. It was just like a split second thing. It was I wish I could be that good at in stock sales, but yeah.
So Brick Something says pants, 2 t-shirts, you got a kilt, all good.
Yep.
I
Right.
don't know.
Fair.
It's going to be too cold for kilts, I think,
Yeah.
next week.
Definitely
So-
not the weather we had last year, but it's going to be awesome, man.
Yeah, it's not going to be 70
Bring
But,
a nice little hoodie, and you're good to go, man.
or buy a couple. I also got in on the Wolf King, the hoodies, where like you order the hoodie from Wolf King and you can pick it up at Legion's Con. I don't remember which one I got. I got the one that you could get in blue because it was like a different color or whatever.
Mhm.
So
I got the one that zips. There was only one of those, so whatever that one is, that's the one.
Yeah.
I got.
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah, I
totally.
gotta get a hoodie this year.
Hell
He had
yeah.
a ton of variety this year. I like that he offered the
Yeah.
heavier ones too.
Yeah,
I
there
had
was a
pre-ordered
lot.
that, though, didn't
Yeah,
I? Mm,
Bill ordered a thick one.
Thick ones are tight.
I'm gonna have to talk to Len.
Hell yeah.
So the calendar's still on its way, right, Trevor?
Yeah, I got previews. I don't have them with me, but the calendar is on its way. I do have like I've been bagging up. I will have this.
Oh,
And this is a metallic print, so it's hard to
Oh,
see
that's
here,
so
but
cool.
it's like it's got some really cool. Like when in the light, it looks really really cool. I mean, it's also in a bag, so it's not the greatest.
Yeah, when you made a post about that, that was the thing that jumped out at me when you said metallic.
I know
prints.
that's
I'm
what you
like,
said, like
I don't know what that
metallic.
is.
So let me take it out. So it's printed on metallic paper, so you can kind of see
Nice.
it there, right? It's
Yeah.
got a metallic sheen to it. So some of the light when you get it in the right light, it just looks. It's interesting looking. You know what I mean? It's kind of cool. So that, and I'll have the Monkey King as well in metallic.
Nice.
So yep,
Yeah.
and calendars are coming along. I'm sure that they're going to be ready for me by Tuesday. So
Any prices on those metallic prints, Trevor?
I actually have to check out what the price was. They weren't too much more than the regular ones, so I think if anything, regular prints are 22, so these will probably be 24 maybe.
Nice. Nice.
If I can keep them to 22, I'll keep them all to 22. It just makes life easier, but I got to see how that balances out. Take a little loss on that or whatever to just make it easy. You know what I mean? But I got stickers, Legion's Lounge stickers, bunch of other stuff. So yeah, we'll have t-shirts and figures. I'll have figures. I'll have some figures you won't find at the Four Horsemen table. So
Yeah, you
Ooh,
mentioned
nice.
that you're going to bring figures this time. I imagine you want
Mm-hmm.
it to be somewhat of a surprise at the table, but any sneak peek
Um,
information about something you might be bringing.
I'm still kind of going
Got
through
some
some of the stuff that I have, and it's going to be some stuff that you can't get anymore, but not like anything too crazy. I mean, there might be a Shadow Elf, there might be an actually an Atlas, but it won't have the Atlas that I have for sale doesn't have that secondary helmet, unfortunately. The night helmet. But hey, if you want the regular Atlas, that'll be there, and a couple other older things. Again, nothing crazy, but and I also have some GI Joe stuff, and just bringing some stuff just for people to take a look at as well. Use the space to its complete and full advantage.
Why don't you bring that New Hope Leia for me, dude? Behind you.
Oh, all right, I'll bring that too. Yeah.
All right, we got another guest I'd like to bring to the stage right now as we get ready for Legion's Con 2023. Please welcome
Hey,
Bill
hey.
Janowski.
There he is.
Hey.
What's
Yeah.
up, Bill?
Guys,
What up,
How you
dude?
doing, man?
how you doing?
Man.
Excited, super excited.
Trevor, I don't think Atlas comes with the extra head. I think it's Adamon that has the helmet. So you might have a complete Atlas.
Oh, you're right. Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's
no.
this. I actually have that helmet just sitting on my desk.
No, I'm
Yes,
sorry. It's Adamon. It's Adamon. Adamon has the
Adamon.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're bringing an Adamon. Okay.
Adamon has the helmet. Yeah. Yep. So it's
Oh,
an
nice.
incomplete.
Are you
Adamon.
bringing an Adamon or
Which-
an Atlas?
No, I'm bringing an Adamon that doesn't have the helmet.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you want, which is even probably harder to get than Atlas. So,
Oh yeah.
but
for
you
sure.
you just don't have that
Absolutely, yeah.
helmet. If you can live without the helmet, I mean, if you're a Motu guy, you probably wouldn't want it on there anyway. So we'll have that.
So, Bill, we're just started talking about some of our like preparations and stuff for Legion's Con. I know we got some stuff to talk about, but So you're coming for intern for a day. What's
Yeah.
on your list? What's on your plate? What's on your mind as far as preparations go?
So I'm coming down Thursday morning. I'm gonna drive down. I'm gonna leave at like 4 a.m. Thursday morning and just drive straight to the studio for intern. And again, I've said it a bunch of times, but thank you, Toy Bro. Thank you, Jared, for hooking me up with the +1. Like, I was pretty bummed when I saw that like I didn't get the lottery or whatever, and then like pretty much right away you messaged me and
We sneaked in because I got in through the second rounds of people that couldn't go or whatever. So
yeah,
Wow.
that's awesome.
Nice.
That's awesome,
Nice.
guys.
So yeah, so like I'm gonna go to intern, and then I'm gonna be at the hotel Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday, and I'm gonna drive home Sunday. So like, like in terms of like hanging out and stuff, I'd like to try to do like, like hanging at the pub like Thursday, Friday, and then maybe get off campus Saturday when it's like everybody's going to be there, like maybe make a reservation, like, and that kind of like Trevor, you were talking about like how are we going to go get dinner if the trivia thing's at 7, right?
Yeah.
But that's kind of like my vibe. Like I want to hang out. I want to like go get dinner and like hang out and eat and drink and like get
Yeah.
together with people at night. Like that's kind of a priority to me.
Yeah.
In terms of like the show itself, my only run in and go buy something, like what the only thing that I really want to try to do is get David Williams Buzz Off tribute.
Nice.
So like I'll be lining up Saturday morning at the not at the exclusive table, not at the Four Horsemen table, but I'll be lining up at like the regular floor entrance.
You'll be the only one in that line.
no,
Yeah,
I'll be
I
there
mean-
with him.
Yeah,
I don't
There
know.
will be people in that
Yeah,
line,
sure.
but yeah, I don't. The other lines are definitely. I mean, at least last year, the other lines were
We
great.
had a
I
great
think
time
that's
in
going
that
to
line.
change this year, man.
That was
I
fun.
think that's
It
going
was.
to change.
That was fun.
I think people
Which,
are. I think people
Simone
got the.
Barreto was in that line with us last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry,
I
Trevor.
think people got the message that you might want to go out on the floor and check out some of the custom stuff before it's all gone.
Yeah.
Instead of
Right.
waiting in hours in line, because you're in line for at least an hour probably, unless you're at the head of the line and you've slept there overnight or whatever. You got up at 3 a.m. I just don't recommend it. I mean, it's kind of, I gotta say, you're gonna get lucky, like those guys said. You might get lucky that you're online and you get to the front of the line when they happen to open a box of, King Bromden or something like that. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you get like a couple of those. Otherwise, you're taking your chances, and it's probably stuff that you'll be able to get all day long. And probably not a lot selling out, at least before Sunday. So I'd hit the floor, man. I'd hit the floor.
Yep.
So, Bill, should I not be doing this?
Hey, I don't mind a challenge, so I'll hop over
I
some
think you're-
people and
I think you're a lock for this, Bill. I think you're a lock.
I sort of feel like you should be a lock for this, but it is
Absolutely.
a really cool custom, man.
It
It's
should
so
be
good.
selling
It's
Super
sick.
dope, man.
It's
Super
perfect.
dope. Absolutely, dude.
Not I'm
Yeah.
telling David what to do, but
Yeah, I think you got your sale here, David. So, but listen, I can't speak for you, but that's awesome, man. And I do kind of want to like hear from other people if there's anything that they might, already be targeting. I know there's stuff that I'm sort of already targeting. It's been rough the last couple of weeks in the Cabal because there's so many people offering up stuff to sell.
Yeah.
That
So
probably
much
for like
good
a
stuff
variety
now.
of different reasons, and there's so much tempting stuff, and I'm like, don't buy it, stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
you're gonna want to buy so much stuff when you get there. And for me, I don't know about you guys, but for me, like there's something extra special about it, buying a custom figure or buying heads, whatever it is, at Legion's Con. So it's like sort of part of the experience. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's something that you'd want to.
Hell yeah.
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 Absolutely.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
getting it
buying
from
it
the
in
person who's
person.
made it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool.
talking,
In
getting-
person.
Yeah.
Always
yeah,
the best.
it is. One thing I definitely want to do this year that I did not do last year is spend time at the Glyos tables.
Mm.
I've actually since then started kind of dabbling in collecting Glyos and stuff, and I think it's fantastic. It has a lot of that same like just pop and swap, just use your imagination kind of thing going on. just awesome artists, just cool designers. And so, yeah, I definitely want to like spend some time and spend some money at the Glyos tables for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
Glass
had
is
a-
so cool, man. I remember me and Walter picked these up at
What the heck is that?
Glyos. I think it's Glyos. We picked these up at PowerCon 2019. Man, we were messing with these things for hours in our rooms. It was so cool. But yeah, these, like I said, these are so much fun. So many swappable parts, and just it's so cool, man. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. There's so many things, like I said, that people should not miss. You know, I mean, I know, like I said, one of the main draws is the Four Horsemen table, but dude, there's so much to see there, and so many cool people to talk to, and so many wonderful artists. Man, it's just gonna be amazing.
Yeah, Bill, you had Jesse DeStasio from Toy Pizza on your
He was-
stream recently, right? That was
Yeah, he
pretty
was on
cool,
last
man.
week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. He's a good guy. That was my first time meeting him. So I wanted to go. There was a show up here, actually like half hour away, and I wanted to go, but it was so nice out, and it's been like this whole fall, it's been raining every weekend, and I was just doing yard work, and I just couldn't pull myself away. So I kind of regretted not going to that event, but yeah, it'll be nice to see him again at the show, and meet the other Glyos people for sure.
All right. Well, Bill, I wanted to have you on too. In the Cabal, you made a post recently talking about this sort of idea you had, which is sort of like very much a community-based communal thing for like people in the Cabal to sort of like band together and sort of help each other out in a certain way. Do you want to sort of like talk about that a little bit and tell us what your idea was and what your thoughts are on it now?
Yeah. So last year, as I was leaving, I realized like there was like when they lifted the limits on the exclusives, like there was like this opportunity for lots of people to just grab an extra for someone, and I feel like that kind of like, that people didn't quite realize that or like pay attention to that, and didn't really happen. And then like really shortly after the show, like typically these things like spike up, especially on eBay, where like, like there's a temporary spike in the price. Right now, if you go to get Unknown One or the Furious 4, like they're almost close to con prices on the aftermarket. Like they're pretty affordable, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like I feel like you can pretty much rely on that for these. But for people who want them like right away, or who are worried that the online sale, which tends to go quick, right? They're worried about that. Like, I think it would be cool to rather than like network individually and like sort of behind the scenes, like let me see, like if I'm not going to the con, let me see if I can find somebody to pick one up for me, to like to buy me their extra one. Like they're gonna get two, they have access to two, they only want one. Maybe they'll buy me, they'll buy the extra and sell it to me, maybe for a little, bonus, which is fine. Like I have nothing against anybody, getting a tip for going all the way to a con and picking up a figure for someone. Like that's totally fine. But I think there's an opportunity here for something interesting, if not just an experiment, to like not do it as these little individual direct message hookup type things, but do it as an in-stock thing. So as I'm going to be talking to people at the show and encouraging Cabal members to do this, if they're comfortable with it, which is to just grab one extra. Just grab one extra on Saturday, maybe one extra on Sunday. Obviously, this all depends on whether or not they're going to have extras, like if they're going to open up and lift the limits, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as many people as they can to grab an extra. And then on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday-ish, maybe Monday, Tuesday-ish, as closely tight as possible, as many people as possible, just list in the Cabal as a sale. Just, hey, I got an extra Vorgus Vermilius. Here it is, $55. You just pay shipping, and I'm going to pay friends and family so that there's no like extra fees or whatever, and I'll send it to you, right?
Yep.
Like as many people as possible do that and list the figures for con price plus shipping. What will happen is it will set a ceiling for the aftermarket, at least temporarily, where like anybody who wants to sell in the cabal is going to have to bring their price down to kind of match that, or just wait or not sell it or what have you. And I think in that way, if we get enough people, like imagine on Tuesday, you didn't go to the show, and on Tuesday you go into the cabal and you see, you just look for Vorgus, right? And you scroll through and you see 36 sold listings of Vorgus for 55 plus shipping. You're going to be much less likely to run to eBay or to pay the next guy who's charging 100. Like you're going to be like, oh, I could probably get this for pretty close to con price, right? And so if that happens, then it's even more people than are just willing to sell. It's like the whole market price drops and becomes this like stabler thing, especially in that early pump mode where like right after the show, everything is like crazy price. So
Yeah.
I think it's a cool experiment. We'll see if I can get enough people to like actually do it. I think what's happening though is my post is like, it's like a bunch of people saying, hey, if anybody can hook me up, let me know. And then I feel like there's just gonna be a bunch of backdoor deals anyways. And it's nobody's gonna actually like do the thing where they like actually publicly post it and create this like sales history of like this price thing. Like, so we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm fully on board, man. I'm definitely picking up more than a few extras if I can. I mean, I mean, my son and myself are coming, so I have 2 badges, so that means I have 2 per day of each exclusive, so that's like 4 right there.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I want to almost guarantee they'll open up the limits at the end of the show for each of the figures. And if that happens, I'm just gonna freaking, I'll definitely throw down and bring home a case of those things with me. And then, like I said, I'll do exactly what you said. Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, once I get home and get settled in, just start posting them on the cabal. I got like so many available, 55 or whatever, the $100 for the 2-pack or whatever it's going to be, plus shipping, PayPal, friends and family, and it's yours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like I said, just to force the hand of the market and stop this ridiculous, gouging of the prices just because it's a con exclusive. I mean, that's what we do as a community. You know what I mean? It's like,
I mean, they're already up
And I
on
have-
eBay for as a
yeah,
pre-sale.
exactly.
Yeah, they're on
Yeah.
eBay right now.
Yeah.
Which I thought eBay would like was kind of like
Yeah, that's against the rules.
pre-sale stuff.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to.
Yeah, I'm totally on board to shut that shit down. You know what I mean? That's just, I mean,
Yeah, I
that's
don't even
such
think,
a
like,
great
you need
idea,
the-
man.
Yeah, I don't necessarily. I mean, it'd be great for people who don't know to have the trail of like, oh, hey, somebody was selling it for cost plus $15 or whatever. But I mean, a lot of that stuff happens on eBay. Like immediately after they go on sale at the show, they'll be up on eBay. For ridiculous prices. So
Yeah,
They're gonna be
if
on
you can
eBay
during
with
the show
picture
post
in
them
the-
up.
in the convention.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is
if
not
you
even
can-
that ridiculous. This is
Yeah, if you can-
$250 for both is not even that ridiculous.
But
that's already up.
150.
But it's already $100
$155.
over
So it's
overpriced,
$100
you know what I mean?
over the top, and you don't even
Yeah.
have it in hand.
Yeah.
But to me, it's just because nobody's got them yet.
Yeah.
Like you and you're right. Like
Yeah.
under eBay's rules, you're not supposed to be able to do this.
No,
But
no.
stuff
And they
looks-
even
I think
put
that's how the ruling
pre-sale in
plays.
the
Yeah.
title, which is ridiculous.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say
mean-
this: the more people we can gain access or provide access to in the cabal, that's just fewer people. That's just lessens the demand on eBay, right? So
Mhm, mhm.
lessening the demand on eBay could have an impact on the prices on eBay too.
Oh, yeah,
I'm,
for sure.
I'm interested in the idea, if nothing else, just as kind of like an experiment to see what would
Yeah.
happen. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? It takes enough people, because it's really that first day or two, right? It's the first couple of days where like the really crazy stuff happens. So we would have to get enough people like in those, like just like you said, Monday, Tuesday, to really drive down those prices. And I know Eric and I disagree a little bit about this. Like to me, it's kind of like people spend their money on what they want to spend it on. If they want to spend too much, they know it's too much. Anybody can find out what the prices are. And I always feel like free market is the free market. So if you put something up and it's too expensive, nobody will buy it and the price should come down. But I'm super interested by this idea. So I'm in.
Here's the thought, and this is for the admins of the cabal. To avoid several, I mean, Bill, we could use your post, but like also another great idea. I think it's a great idea. Maybe I haven't thought this through. a post for like in search of con exclusives, and to put down in the comments like in New York, in Florida, in California, so that way somebody who's on your kind of coast, you could save a little on shipping, because if you're in the
Yeah.
area, you know what I mean. So
Yeah,
put your location in there or something, then maybe somebody
Yeah.
creates a post and just say pin this
I
post.
definitely
Like,
intend.
if you're looking
I
for it and
definitely
you're in
intend
New
to
York,
shout out.
I got you. Like, I'll get
Yeah,
you. Like,
yeah.
I'll hook you up.
I definitely intend to shout out to the people in the West Coast, like Arizona, Oregon,
Yeah, yeah.
California.
Those are the
Like,
people who are
hey,
going to want
West
a lot
Coast-
more.
West
Yeah.
Coast ballers, like,
Yeah.
if you guys are, because it'll definitely save on shipping, because you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean,
Whenever-
I don't
whenever
care.
I
even though like
post-
the
Whenever I post something for sale, if I'm not including shipping in it, like if it's not a small little package that's $6 anywhere, like
Mhm.
then
Yeah.
I always say shipping from Mass, like shipping from Massachusetts, because it helps people get a, because if they have to kind of guesstimate like what the shipping is going to be, then it helps to know where you're shipping from.
Yeah, and then I know some people ask questions about this, but I think Bill sort of answered it in his own post on the Cabal too, is that a huge component of this is the individual who's going to the convention and buying the extras. Like, somebody asked, like, so what, what about, like, it still takes effort to go to the con. You paid to go there. You took your time to go there. You picked up the figure. If you're Eric, you might, shipping it. You're not, you're bringing it back to California or whatever.
and luggage,
And a big component-
adding,
Yeah, a big component of this is just that person just being cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
wanting to help out the community a little bit. So
yeah, me,
I'm
I
down
can
for
throw
that.
it in my car and drive it back. So, like, but
Yep,
putting it in
me
a
too.
plane or
Same.
adding the
Yeah,
weight
but
to your
you're-
luggage or
you're
whatever,
right?
to,
Like all of
ship
the
it,
figures
so
that
it
I
does
pick up,
cost
I'm
money.
going to have to ship them back to California. So I
Yeah, and
will
I
be
totally-
paying that ship, So I mean, yeah, there's
Factor
that in,
added
yeah.
cost. There's added cost, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, it's just something that you do as a good person, or you don't. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know.
And there's
But I
nothing
agree
wrong
with
with
Curtis.
not doing it. There's nothing
Yeah.
bad about not doing it. Like, I understand that some people are like, they just can't like justify selling it for cost plus shipping when they spent the time, went to the show, booked a hotel, paid all this money.
Stood in line.
Like, I totally understand that. Absolutely.
And
Yeah,
and
yeah.
also,
M-
like,
this-
you might,
this
not everybody
particular-
can I'm sorry, go ahead.
This particular effort isn't to dictate the price. This particular effort is to see if we can drive the actual market price down, to see if we can make an impact to drive the market price and try to like drive the market price down. If that, like, I mean, I guess the one place where it's like people could get upset is where they sort of rely, if people are like relying on that usual like aftermarket, and I'm here trying to manipulate that usual aftermarket, then
But the market's
I
the
could see
market.
them-
You can't- yeah.
Well, I was going to
Right.
say, I don't blame anybody if this is what their plan is to offset the costs of coming here. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, I'll come
Yeah.
here, I'll pay it, I'll be able to buy this thing, and I'll be able to sell it for twice as much. Go for it, man. Somebody will buy it. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
that's fine. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
going to blame
here's-
anybody for
Yeah.
in
A
another
couple
making
things
a
I
buck
wanted-
on it.
couple things I wanted to say just real quick is that I don't think there's anything wrong with that either. But the person who does that, they're taking the risk as to what the market will be. So if the market goes down, they've taken that risk. Also, not everybody can participate in this because not everybody can afford to front the money for additional figures that they don't intend on keeping. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
just because you're offering it for
A lot to
for
buy
what you
there.
paid for it, if the idea works, you might not be able to sell it. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
I don't think that'll be an issue, but you take the risk that you might get stuck with a figure, and you have to front the money for it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be banking on making back everything I spent to go to a show on selling,
Yeah.
making extra like on it. But I mean, you're
No,
sure to
I'm
get your money
saying-
back.
no.
You're sure you get your money back if you sell it. But
I don't know.
not
Eric's
necessarily.
57 figures. I feel like Eric full customs. Eric might make his money back this show. I think Eric's
I'll
gonna
be all
walk
right.
out with 6 figures, not action figures.
I might be all right.
No, I mean the
That was
person who
6 figures last
participates in this. The person who participates in this
Action
idea is fronting the money for the extra exclusives.
Yeah.
which is a really cool thing to do that not everybody can do, right?
Yeah.
One.
Don't do it.
And-
Don't force yourself into that. If yeah, don't do it if you don't feel comfortable or if you don't have the extra cash, obviously, for sure.
Yeah.
And then I think it's a pretty safe bet that if you do participate in this, at a minimum, you're going to be able to sell it for what you paid for the figure. I think that's a pretty safe bet. But
Yeah,
you don't know that until it happens, right? You
Mhm.
never know. So
Yep.
a little bit of a risk you're taking, and that's part of the whole deal.
I think all of them will instantly sell. But there'll be frustrated people who are like, I can't catch one when it, like somebody posted and I was too late. Like, I think
Mhm.
I might be creating that kind of like ugly monster.
But again, if you could,
I
if we
think the
do,
paper trail of the history of the sales is what is important here.
but if we do a post, like I said, like if you say like where your location is and you can hook up with somebody, and say, oh, great, you're like 3 towns away from me. Like, cool, we'll meet
Yeah.
up or something and I'll grab you one. Or you're 20, 30 miles away and I'll mail it to you on the cheap. That'd be great. Like you could do that and you could actually show that, like you said, like sort of the paper trail, like there, that's like, hey, I got you, like we'll hook you up. Not an actual price, but like, yeah, I don't know if you want to like compare it either. Like instead of one guy, hey, I'm doing the $50 one for $55, or this one I'm doing it for $65, or I want to make some money, so I'm doing it for $85. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's another thing too, is like if you see one for like 60, so I think Vorgus is 55 at the show. If you see
Yeah.
one for 65, don't be like, let me see if I can find one for 55. Like, get it for 65. Like that, like that's a great price. Like, come on.
Yeah. Mhm. All right, Curtis. So you can sell them all for $5. There you go.
Really
Curtis
changed the market.
really
Yeah.
wants
Curtis one post said he's ready to like charge you up the butt and give a couple away. He did say he was giving some away, so that's cool.
Yeah.
but you should expect to pay more money. But hey, just charge $5.
You should expect to pay more money, but it would be really cool if we could
Absolutely.
drive that market down and have that more money be more money.
Well,
Mhm.
again, like I think if you're not just like, hey, I'm going to grab it and then I'm just going to post it. Hey, I got it for this much, and this person to put it up there gets it. You know what I mean? Like if you could actually ahead of time hook up with somebody, and then you kind of like, I don't know everybody in the cabal, but I know a lot of people in the cabal, and it's like, hey, so and so's in New York. Oh, I know that guy. Like I totally like, yeah, okay, like whatever it costs to ship it to you, man, I'll get you one.
This
Don't
is
worry
why
about
I
it, you know what mean?
encourage friends and family.
The friend thing.
because-
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly.
Like if you're charging, like you have to have a certain level of trust in the seller in order to be like, yeah, sure, I'll send you $65, friends and
Right.
family. Like you have
Right.
to have a certain level of trust there. So it's not going to just be random scalpers just snagging these, con price ones up. So yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be a fun experiment to see if we can
Absolutely.
get something going.
I was also thinking, because I know that, I'm always good because I buy so many figures throughout the year that I always have like extras because of the customizing that I do, that I utilize a lot of my extras for trade bait, because there's a lot of stuff out there that I pass on that
Yep.
later on
Yeah.
down the line I use my extra figures as trade bait. Now I know LA Comic Con is going on. I don't know if it's next weekend or real
It's
soon.
like early
It's happening.
December.
Yeah. Well, I know there's going to be a multitude of exclusives that are going to be at that con that I'm not going to attend, so I'm going to miss out on. That if people pick up some of those exclusives, I'd be more than happy to make trades with those. You know what I mean? Or like I said, other figures that people might have, and there's tons of stuff that, like I said, you could do. Not only just like I said for the sale to make the money back, but you're basically making the money back if you get another figure that you've been looking for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you have something to trade for it. So I'll probably offer that up as well. Not only just the con price plus shipping, but if you have something that you're looking to trade, shoot me a DM and show me what you got, and maybe we can make a deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. That's a good pairing too, because one's East Coast, one's West Coast.
Mhm.
So if you could pick up one, you could do that trade. That's great, because it's like very likely that there's a lot of people not going to both.
Yeah. I mean, I live in the West Coast, and I'm not going to LA Comic Con. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I mean, there's, plus two, I know, which is another thing I wasn't planning on to have happen so soon after Legion's Con weekend, but the Four Horsemen are going to come out here for Designer Con, and they're going to be out here in December. So I'm definitely going to go to that. So there's already another con on my list that I was not intending on attending, but here we go. So I'll be there. But yeah, like I said, just keeping the door open for different options as far as, like I said, not only just price plus shipping, but hey, man, like I said, if you got a decent trade that you'd like to make to get these con exclusives from some people, show them what you got, man. So, never hurts to offer it up.
That's good. Yep.
So that's wild.
Got an orange steel hide for me. I got you. I got your back.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly.
So I know one thing about Legion's Con is I love being surprised.
Surprise.
Surprise. But there's been so much as far as pictures and stuff going up, the stuff that people are bringing, and I know a bunch of stuff that's coming. So there's already a couple of things that people are already holding for me, or that I know that I want to get. Right? Is there anything you guys have seen? I know Bill's got the buzz off from David Williams. Anything else that you guys have seen that have caught your eye, at least? Either something that you might definitely want to get, like a head.
We're not telling you.
Custom.
We're not telling
I'm the
you.
only idiot who told everybody what I want.
Exactly. What up, Greg?
Clam the F up,
Greg.
man.
What's up, Greg? Greg on a break here? I was almost late to the stream because I had to go hang out with Greg.
Yeah.
And I don't mean actually in person hang out with him.
There is an element of I do like the excitement of going in and like hoping to get to some place and almost making a plan, although God knows I don't have any I don't even have time to be here right now. But I don't have time to like make a plan as to which tables I'm going to first. I've got some general ideas as to things I've seen that a few people have made that I want to get to. But I do kind of like the way Emil's doing it, and I actually got his Darth Vader, so like I'm picking that up. So I'm looking forward to getting that in hand, which is going to be cool. But I kind of like that, and I kind of like the idea of just getting there and just picking something up, and not knowing ahead of time what I'm going to find or get. But
Curtis says,
yeah, exactly.
Acting like you guys are
Curtis.
bad comic book villains. They're going to reveal your whole plan ahead of
So where do you think you're going?
time. And then I'll hang you over the sharks for the next 45 minutes.
That's right. There's Jonathan with a head in his
Oh,
hand when you get to the booth. Are you looking for
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll tell you, listen, anybody else gets in my way for those frost goblins on Eric's table, I will cut you. I will cut you. I cut you, bitch. I will cut you. There will be frost goblins in my possession by the end of the first day.
I picked some weird stuff though. I think looking at different people's like what things people are posting, I think I got a good shot of getting over there and getting them because it's not the usual stuff I think that most people are looking for. So
And there's so much stuff that
Mhm.
it minimizes the potential for overlap, right? Like the competition, it's like there's so much stuff going on.
Yeah, there's a ton of tables on my list that I want to hit up, and it doesn't necessarily mean like, I mean, there aren't like, certain things that I like that I've looked at and go, I have to have that one piece. It's just I want to go to those tables and just see what's available, and if I see something that I like, then I'll pick it up. But there's so much. It's like it's
And things look different in person too, right? From pictures
and these are only some of the things that we've seen, like maybe on the Cabal or whatever, or on Instagram. But I mean, there's going to be so much more there too. You know what I mean? It's like it's just ridiculous. It's just going to be mind blowing, like how much stuff there will be there to look at and purchase and be available. So it's really hard to say. I mean, it's just there's a couple things like I know for sure. Like I want to get one of Trevor's metallic prints. Like I definitely dig that whole metallic thing. That's like a whole new style, and I'm always down to like add new artwork to the room. But yeah, I mean, there's just, like I said, I mean, just looking at what Eric Miller's bringing as far as, you know, custom heads that he's going to have available. I mean, it's like, look how many choices you have. I mean,
Yeah.
You know, along with all the other great artists that are going to have full customs, you know, painted head sculpts. I mean, you know, 3D printed parts. It's just mind blowing, like how much cool shit's going to be there. So,
Yep, I got a couple circled on this one. Again, I don't think it's like the first thing people would go for. Hopefully, we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, so these are I'm throwing up some of the selection of heads that Eric Miller is bringing. One of my favorite artists in the community, so I need to get an Eric Miller head. And he's been posting a lot of stuff recently, and this is just some of the selections here that he's bringing. Like, I dig like all of these heads, so I would love to get a couple of these.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just to pick up a piece from Eric Miller is just, I mean, no matter what you get, it's a win, man. I mean, like I said, just to grab a piece from a fellow artist or an artist that you've been a fan of and know their work and appreciate their work, it's just an amazing thing to have to add to your collection, no matter what it is.
Yeah. My plan is to go to
year-
Eric Miller's booth and we'll buy like half his stock right off the bat, and then just put it on my table and charge
Resell.
about $10 extra.
Eric
Yeah,
Miller
right, charge
original.
it because you had to pay for hotel and you had to pay
That's
for all
right.
that stuff. You shouldn't
right.
have
You
to
pay for
sell it
travel
for
from your
the
booth.
I
right,
paid for a
same
booth
cost.
so that I could get in there and
Yeah,
run over
exactly.
there first. to get-
Right.
Yeah.
This is brilliant.
not to mention not to mention and you know, don't want to rain on anybody's parade, but I think it's gonna be a madhouse in there as far as pre-sales come setup night on Friday night. I think there's gonna be a lot of deals going kind of
Yeah.
under the table.
I know. I'm a little mixed mind of that. Like I feel, you know, like if I wasn't had a table, I'd be like, oh, what the hell? But at the same time, it's like, listen, you know,
Hey, we paid for those tables. We get first
I
dibs.
paid for those tables.
Pay to play.
Exactly. We get
These
first
are-
dibs. I don't give a shit what
People I
anybody
know,
says.
like I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think anybody should really be making too many deals ahead of time unless you know, I don't know. It's up to you. I mean, again, like pre-sale is one thing. I don't know if pre-sale during the setup time to vendors
shit.
is something you want to do. I don't know. It's up to you.
Eric
Yeah,
Miller
yeah,
says,
exactly.
I won't
That's
sell
a good policy.
Friday.
Yeah,
That's a
see,
good
see, I
policy.
like that. I like
My
that.
man.
I'm good with that. I'm totally good with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I have. I'm probably one of the few people who has I have an exhibitor's badge, but I don't have a table because I'm doing one of the breakouts or two
Oh,
of
right,
the
right,
breakout
right, right. Yeah,
sessions.
yeah.
So yeah, I'll be there Friday, but I'm not gonna buy anything, you know, or try to like haggle or, you know, like under the table, like pre-order type
Tag.
things, anything like
You know,
that on Friday. Yeah, tag
Put
what
a
I
sold
want.
tag
I'm
on
not,
that one right
I'm not
there.
gonna do that. Yeah. We should probably mention the breakout sessions, right? Like anybody who is, you know, particularly like new to the whole customizing thing, especially if you've never done any like pop and swaps. We're doing 2 pop and swap sessions. I think the first one is 1:00 Saturday, and the second one is 2:15 Saturday. So like some back-to-back sessions in the breakout rooms, and it'll be Wolf King. Yeah, here's the sessions right here. It'll be Wolf King, you know, sponsoring that and you know, bringing stuff to the table, and then I'll be kind of hosting it and helping people, you know, just kind of just learn the basics. There's not a lot to learn, but just some people who have never done it, they just are a little like hesitant to try it for the first time. So if anybody out there is watching this and you've never done any pop and swapping before, grab a figure or two at the Horseman table, something that you think would be cool to mix and match, and then bring it to the session. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It was a blast last year. Curtis is in the chat. We had such a good time doing that last year. I'm assuming Curtis will be involved again this year. Not totally sure, but Curtis, maybe you can let us know. But that was like a highlight of the show. And it was Sunday, and it was literally like right before I left last year. So it felt kind of like rushed in the end, but this one's Saturday. So I'm absolutely pumped for that. And then you've got 2 more sessions You've got a sort of basic painting session with David and Jeremy. It looks like Sunday at 12:30, right?
I
And
think
then
I'm
you've got
going to
an
that.
advanced painting session with Eric and Dennis at 1:30. So on Sunday. Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Yeah. So for anybody that that watches this either live or on demand on the replay, and is interested in going to the Pop and Swap session, it was one of like the best reviewed like sessions from everybody was like talking about it afterwards last year. Like everybody was so pumped up about it. I was in there for a little while. It was just seemed like a really cool experience to like. There's like some people in there that have never torn apart a figure before, and they were having a blast.
Yep. I mean, people brought their parents in there and were like, you know, one of the people I was working with was like someone's mom, right? And like she was popping and swapping and just kind of like just eyes opening to this really neat little like, because not everybody's gonna become a painter, customizer, like you know, like full on customizer and modifying figures. But like at least popping and swapping and just doing like those kind of simple like reversible kit bashes, like that's a way for people to be creative and fun.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. The first time you do it, like it's fun. Like it's just fun to like. It's even if you don't do it all the time, like it's fun. It's cool. I find it relaxing, a little meditative. Like it's fun. Curtis says he will be there for one of the sessions.
Nice, awesome, dude.
Hey, I want to call out Alec McLaughlin's comment there. So there was a post on the Cabal today that was, you know, everything was okayed, but in terms of a trading session, I think it's going to be like Saturday at 7 after the show.
Oh yeah, the fodder
maybe
thing?
in one of the rooms, the fodder. So like if you've got wings like this and stuff, it's a fodder trade. You know, no money can trade places. You're not doing figures and things like that. I mean, I guess you could trade a figure for a figure, but it just can't be money changing hands. It's just, you know, parts for parts and stuff like that. So if you do have like, you know, wings and stuff like that, or if you want to part out some of those pieces, you might want to look up that post. I forget who posted it on the Cabal, but it looks like it's happening Saturday at 7:00 in one of the rooms. So
Yeah, and Jeremy also
Great idea.
Jeremy was also saying on his Mythic Conversations that, you know, people were asking about that if they could like sell, you know, figures, and he was saying no, like they don't want anybody selling anything, but if you have like older, hard to find figures and you bring them to the con and go up to a table and offer a trade, that's fair game. You could
hell yeah.
You're more than welcome to do that.
orange steel hide, gold skeleton,
Yep.
steel.
Absolutely. Yep. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, and like
Bring
I
'em,
said,
baby.
that works because I mean we're fans too. I mean, there might be a
Hell
figure
yeah,
that you
man.
have
I'm looking for stuff
in your bag and pull out, you know, mint in box. You got a you know, one of those old hard to find figures. Like, hey, you know what? This is, you know, you obviously know the value of it. So you know what I mean? Here you go. You know,
Yep.
Put it towards the credit on the table, and yeah, let's do this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the whole idea behind that is
Cash
that, you
out
know,
right. Honestly.
it's a big convention that's set up. A lot of people spend a lot of time and money and resources like getting spots like in the convention and stuff like that. And then it just wouldn't be fair for people to come and be able to like sell figures, you know, like in the hallway or something like that. It's just not fair
Yeah.
for people that have
Right.
invested in the convention. So that's what that's all about.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I sort of assume that won't be a big issue here.
Nah,
I am
don't think so.
also looking for a Thistlethorn at the con, but I don't necessarily need to get a Thistlethorn.
I'm looking for like 5 Athos if anybody's interested in trading.
Shit.
Let's get a whole
I'll have
army building. Your
exclusives.
army building authos.
I'll have and I'll have exclusives. You know, I'll have extra exclusives. So
It's a fair
top
trade.
bidder, baby.
It's a fair trade.
hey, I paid for travel. You know,
That's right.
And I'm not shipping
I
anything.
deserve Athos.
Come to my house, pick it up, and pay me $500. Then I'll give it to you. Easy.
And just you know, if you're pre-selling an auth, just contact Bill. I'm sure he's up for a pre-sale.
So I've been
Let's hand
noticing
over cash right now.
John Caulfield, who had a couple of figures, I think, at the Wolf King table last year, has been
Mhm.
posting up some really, really cool
Yes.
customs
Yes.
that he's bringing. So this is one of them. This hippo guy. He's got this
Yeah.
walrus guy who's really
That
cool.
one's freaking awesome, dude. I love
Right?
it.
How cool is that one?
It's awesome.
Oh, that's something else.
Never mind that.
All right, no. All right. I'll try to find it. I'll try to find some more, but these two were pretty cool. And he posted one, I think it was today or yesterday, of like a sentry body with a different head on it that was like green. That thing looks crazy, man. I might need that.
Yeah.
Was that the
Von-
one
Von
the whole
Ber-
thing was painted green?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
It's
was
got a
cool.
Von Burke Studios head on it.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Very cool.
see. I'm gonna have to mark out Jared on Saturday morning.
If you
Post
go
them
to
up.
his if you go to the Eurolegions IG, it has it.
All right, cool. Yeah, thanks. I need that. So yeah, so this is like I feel like I've seen more of what people are bringing this year than I've ever seen before.
Yeah.
Well, I've already got things that I'm looking for, and I'm excited about it, but I also there's a part of me that also doesn't like it because I'm like I might get excited about seeing something like this, and then I won't be able to get it. I'm sure it'll be fun. Nobody else? Am I the only one?
So you got to move fast, man. Got to move fast.
He also has a Boba Fett.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's why I'm not paying too much attention. There's like a few people that I didn't get things from before. I'm trying to, not only spread the love, but like get some different things from different people, like to have something from, everybody I like and stuff. So kind of paying attention to those, and I'm not looking at everything because I would love this. This is great. But I don't have anything from John, so this might be something that I pick up from John too. But I don't, you can't have everything, man. You know what I mean? But I got great stuff last year. It was great. It was just so much fun finding stuff, just walking up to something. And it's like Rich Kai's booth was like decimated before I got there, but I still got a really cool piece from Mitch. So,
Same thing happened to me with Eric Miller's table last year.
Yeah.
I went,
Same.
I
Me
stood
too.
in the
Yeah.
line, and then I went up and did my review, and then that's when I came down and decided to shop the floor, and do the floor.
Boots.
But I still got this cool head right here from Eric Miller,
Mhm,
and I got it's over there. I got a really cool alien head from him too. So it was
Nice.
What- Curtis, what is your problem, man?
Sorry.
Jesus Christ. He's got this. He's
What
got
did he
this
say?
thing where he thinks I hate him. I love you, Curtis. I just don't think you have any taste. That's all. That's all.
Oh shit.
And I want
Oh,
and I
shots
want
fired.
some things from you, but I just don't. Your taste in Star Wars TV shows and fantasy artists is just awful. So that's all. But I love you.
Well, definitely, especially fantasy artists, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Also, if you haven't already, go to the Frazetta Girls website and order your Dark Wolf. I did it just like
Oh, yeah.
last week or the week before. How to support, of course, plus
Cool new picture.
had to support, of course. But the figure looks awesome. I've seen it in person. It looks really cool. And the box art is it's fine. It's okay. No, I'm just kidding. The box art's incredible. The box art's incredible. It's
What are you,
awesome.
Curtis?
No, but
Dude, it's a
figure
great
looks
figure,
awesome,
man.
dude.
It's
Here, let me-
amazing,
let me-
man.
let me-
And
Super dope figure.
the articulation is really, really good. I mean, that's a really good bend. You know what I mean? For a non-double articulated
Nice.
hand or elbow. Yeah, it's great, man. It's awesome.
pumped
I love
about it.
this thing.
Very cool figure.
The waist moves really well.
Not a
even with
bad
this
price
big
for it either.
rubbery thing. No, dude, I think the price is great. I
Well,
mean,
there's
again,
no
I-
there's
I-
no
I-
articulation at the waist, right?
70 bucks for the price is
well,
the price.
well, I mean, you can bend him. I mean, you can get a bend, and that's rubbery.
Right. There's
too,
hips.
you know what I
There's
mean? So-
there's
upper torso.
and then hips.
I mean, this is flexible, but I mean, you're not getting a lot of bend out of this belt. It's just not going to happen. Like,
Yeah.
you can't even get to.
that might be why they
both
just
sides of the
avoided
what was the point?
waist articulation altogether.
Yeah, I don't know if isn't waist articulation underneath.
There's
here,
not.
though.
There's not.
There isn't.
If you pop it apart, it's one solid piece from the hips
Okay, I
up to
haven't
the
popped it
upper
apart
torso.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Eamon's,
showed an
Eamon's
exploded view of
post.
it recently.
But it's really nice. I love it. I think it.
Yeah,
You know, I think
I
it's a
can't wait to get it.
Mezco quality product. With maybe not as many accessories as Mezco, though. You get a lot of hands and you get face plates, and but for what is it? I mean, I think there's $10 off coupons, so you can get it for $65 off Rosetta Girls.
Nice.
Plus shipping, which isn't bad at all. I mean, if it's $70 or $80, it's a good figure for that.
I don't know what this means.
Angel says the Crystal Skull is the best Indiana Jones movie.
Don't start on hell.
Is that Curtis's take? Is that
That's
what that
Curtis's
take was?
take. That's Curtis's
Curtis.
take.
What? So
I know this is what I
contrarian.
mean.
For the purpose
Exactly.
of being contrarian.
Don't
Because
even
the first
think he
three
believes
Indiana
that.
Jones
Maybe he
movies are
does.
like literally three of my favorite movies of all time. And
It's too
oh,
funny.
speaking of which, I did end up ordering the SH Figuarts Indiana Jones
Yeah, I
from
did
Hobby
too.
League Japan, and it's on its way. Although I think Jared, I think you posted it that Amazon had it. I don't know if it still has it or not, which I was mad about because
I
I
don't
could
know.
have much better on the shipping.
Oh yeah, you seemed surprised when I posted that. Yeah,
I was like, damn it! And I went back to my email. I'm like, did it ship
Amazon
yet?
US?
it was Amazon US, but fulfilled by Amazon Japan. So it's
shipping was
you still
still-
get Prime. It just takes like 2 weeks to get here. Is all. It happens a
Does
lot with
anybody
Figuarts,
have
yeah.
control over Amazon anymore? It's like so huge. It's like Amazon Japan. It's like, hey, we could sell on Amazon US and just come. from
Amazon Japan is a seller on Amazon. Yeah,
Yeah, that's funny.
insane. It's insane.
you can find a lot of stuff that doesn't get listed here though, like that Indiana Jones. It was like less than
Amazing.
retail, I think.
Yeah, it
Amazing.
was. That's why I went back and I was like, oh my god! And I was like, it already shipped, and I was like, all right, whatever.
I just
Alright, so
I have an
this-
Amazon Japan account.
That's not
so-
the worst take. Okay.
No, I could see that. I love Last Crusade. That's probably the one that I rewatched the most, actually.
Oh, okay. It's Chris. I thought it was Crystal Skull was his favorite.
But also, just in general, there'll be something else. Even if it's not this, there will be something else.
Loves to push the buttons. That Curtis.
Yeah,
Love him.
pushing the buttons. Tight.
I love Curtis.
Um,
He's great. Can't wait to see him.
Is that Amber?
Buy something from him.
It is.
Hi, Amber.
I got headphones.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You're just yelling in Ryan's ear.
Yeah.
Yelling. Allison. What? Hi, Amber.
What's up, Amber?
Oh, come on.
With her punk rock hairdo, I love it.
Allison Troy from Retro Toy Princess on YouTube
132.
says Raiders
right?
of the Lost
132.
Ark is the only good Indiana Jones movie. The rest are a big meh. I respectfully disagree, Allison.
Can I say something controversial?
No.
Always.
Careful, Bill.
I canceled Disney Plus today.
Wow.
Dude, I
canceled
did,
it. I can't afford
the
it.
same thing last week. It
Can't
was
afford it.
$140 they wanted for it. I was like, fuck all that.
From 80. It was 80 last year.
Yeah.
And then this year it's
80 last year.
140.
Yeah, you know the thing that kills me is
I'm waiting
like,
for a deal. I'll wait. I'll
well, you
take my
get-
chances on a deal.
If you have do you have AT&T or do you have Verizon? Do you have
I
AT&T?
have
I have
Straight
Verizon.
Talk.
Okay. If you have AT&T,
Which-
you get some deal with like a 3. But the other thing you get is like ESPN in the bundle. It's Hulu, ESPN, and Disney Plus, and it's
I
it's
got that,
okay.
yeah.
But like I'm not really watching ESPN all that much unless it's Thursday Night Football or something. And then Hulu, I hardly watch it all. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not a bad. I want to see how Loki ends, and then yeah, it might be one of those things that I kind of cancel and come back. And
Yeah,
Just
mine was set
binge
to
stuff.
renew next on the 12th. And I just saw it. It was going from 80 to 140 for the
well,
year.
Netflix too. Didn't Netflix just jump up about $10 a month or something like that, or $8 a month?
A
or
month
something?
ago, I think.
Did it? Oh, I
canceled-
got to look
canceled
into that
Netflix.
one. I didn't even.
Mhm.
I got to look
Yeah,
into that.
Netflix is increasing. Amazon Prime is injecting commercials. HBO's taking away features
I'm
It's like
like,
toy line. lines,
and
man. I
increasing
can't
price
afford
on
them
some
all.
of them. They're just
I'm ready to
making
just buy
cable again.
DVDs.
Yeah.
I still buy physical media. So.
Oh,
I
yeah,
do,
all the
but
time.
not as much as I used to. But I'm
Oh
gonna
no,
go
not
back
nearly
to
as
buy
much as I
more.
used to.
If only
It's
there
a
was
shame
like,
because like there's some great stuff. Like I got to see at New York Comic Con. I got to see the first episode of Monarch: Legacy of Monsters with the new Godzilla type.
Oh yeah.
It's fantastic, man. It looks really, really good. It's on Apple TV Plus. Like I have
Which
that.
means I'll have to
and
pirate
there's
it.
some
So.
Yeah,
So-
there's some great shows on Apple Plus, but like everybody I talk to is like, I don't even have Apple. Like, there's no way I'm getting Apple. I already got Netflix. I already got Disney. Blah blah blah. So it's a shame because there's some great stuff on there, and who knows if it'll get renewed if nobody's watching it. So
Yeah. See, this equation that Allison's previous comment it's great advice, but like there are a couple elements that make that kind of difficult. One is Paramount Plus and Disney Plus. They have the whole catalog of Star Wars and Star Trek like that. Like in Disney Plus has even more, right? Like it's got Indiana Jones and it's got all sorts of stuff, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So like there's that element of it. Like that stuff's all right there at your fingertips. And then the other side of it is I have a 9-year-old kid. Like it's tough to like. I broke the news to her today that I'm canceling it, and she cried. She literally cried.
Worst
And I was-
daddy
Oh.
ever.
She barely watches
Lord.
Disney Plus. She watches Netflix.
heartless.
And I was like, "Look,
Hey,
you'll
you!
probably get it
She ran
again,
to her
but I'm
room.
waiting for a deal."
She ran to her room, slammed the door. I hate your YouTube channel, Dad.
Hey, you!
Exactly.
You're only watching YouTube,
You're stupid.
Dorclair. From now on, that's the only channel you watch.
Just get some more ad
She's gonna
revenue,
be
Dad.
she's gonna be in her collection room just like a cat, just like dink, dink.
Yeah.
She's like, Mythic Legion suck, Dad. I tell you what. Well, I mean, I gotta be honest with
But
you.
you can
I
go to New
barely
Jersey for a
watch-
week and buy a bunch of.
But we can't have
I
Disney.
But I barely watch regular TV anymore. I really like literally like 90% of the time when I put on the TV, I'm just putting on YouTube on my television. Like I watch YouTube, I watch sports, and we watch like PBS Kids every single morning before the kids go to school. Right, that's like part of our schedule. Other than that, probably the thing that we would turn on the most is Disney Plus, because Disney Plus just does have like so much really great stuff.
It does.
Like, and it's stuff that the kids like, it's stuff that I like. So it's the next thing we go to. Like we never watch Netflix anymore. Never. Like I don't watch shows anymore. Like unless it's a Star Wars show, I basically don't watch
That's what
it.
people say. I watch Netflix all the time. There's some great stuff on there.
I think a lot of people do. I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't listen, Trevor. I don't know if you know this or not. I'm a very important YouTuber. Okay. I have lots of stuff to do that takes up my
know.
time where I can't be
know.
wasting it watching Netflix.
And
Okay.
this one show a week that you do.
Sometimes, every once in a while.
Well, you do reviews. The reviews. Well, I gotta tell you, man, that's the worst. Like, well, we don't have to get into that discussion, but that stuff. That's why I don't do that stuff because just editing just takes so much time, man. It's
Are you
crazy.
saying my reviews are the worst? Is that what you just
No. Your reviews are great, but it takes so much time to do the reviews. That's the thing. It's a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, where was I going here?
Let's do live
Hedgehog.
spontaneous reviews.
You know what? It's funny. I was thinking about this today, and I've actually thought about this a lot. Is that if anybody that does reviews, and again, like 5 people watch my reviews, but like it's important to me and I like it, but sometimes it's a pain in the ass because like when I have a new toy like show up, like I'm excited because a new toy showed up, but then like it almost feels like there's pressure now because I'm like,
Yeah.
I did a review of this, like blah, 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 and I'm like I got my Mezco Morbius after almost 3 years. He showed up, and I freaking love him. And I was like, oh, I should do a review. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen any other reviews. Like that would be cool. I want to talk about him. But then I'm like thinking about all the stuff that I'd want to do and how much time that I take to make a review. Like I swear to God, like I take several days to finish doing a review. I need like a better
Mhm.
system. Like,
Mhm.
like Jared, like it seems like you must have like a really good like system. Like this is what I do to put out a review. They all look super awesome. You get all the information you need. They look cool. But like you're able to sort of like crank them out. And I'm just like, I'm nowhere near that right now. Like, do you just have a process
It's
in
called
place? Or
shirking other responsibilities. I'm doing this right now instead of filming. I have like a mountain of shit I need to film. Stuff to get ready before Legion's Con, to have stuff while I'm gone.
Yeah.
Family never sees me.
yeah. Well, that, like my wife makes fun of me. She's like, all right, like every Saturday, she's like, all right, I'm not, what the Saturdays when we get to do it, she's like, all right, you're going downstairs to play with your friends. What time? You know?
Curtis. Shut up, Curtis.
Just do like Trevor fork out the big
Shut up,
bucks
Curtis.
for Myth Vengers and never photograph them.
I'm gonna
That's not on
photograph
purpose,
them.
though, right?
Are they going to be for sale at your
No, it's
table
not-
this year?
dude. That
He's pissed off, but look how pissed he is about it.
go look at my feed and see how often I post, and then see how often they are like promotional shots for either Mythic Legions, for Zeta Girls. I'm not complaining, but like I don't have any time, man. You know what I mean?
They walk.
And going back to what you were saying, like with that was the pressure like I would feel back when I first started doing this, when you
Mhm.
got a new figure in, like, oh, I got to be the first guy to get a picture up of this. You know what I mean? Because then it's like, oh, people like, oh, Spider-Man, the new Mayfix Spider-Man, whatever. Like you got to see that first, but no, don't care anymore.
It gets in
So-
your head though, like because then every once in a while, like you had a couple of
Yeah, and
videos that like caught.
It makes
like,
it fun.
for me. Like I have a
Yeah.
like for me catches like fire a little bit, and you're like, oh well, this is a Mezco. Like
Mhm.
that would also work, and it's like, wouldn't it just be fun to just open it, to just open it and like pull them out like. Mezco
At the same
Morbius is
time.
awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
he's awesome. That's my review.
I know I've wanted to do this. I actually have something that nobody's going to have for like a month. That Dark Wolf, and I just don't have time. I'd like to do like a review for it, and I just don't have time.
Do you have anything that might be released by Mythic Legions?
Oh yeah, you want to? I'm gonna pull something.
Why don't
out?
you head back over to that photo table and continue working on the Rising Suns photography while we.
Yeah, I'll turn the camera off.
talk
Yeah,
here.
and involve you guys.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
See how the
Yeah,
shots.
let's do
are.
it.
let's go.
Yeah.
Let's turn the camera around here. Let's just go.
That's kind of like a like in an 80s movie where like the really beautiful woman like starts to take her. Never mind.
Wow, we are. Wow,
That's like
It's
the
that-
nerd
we are-
version.
We are nerds. That's what that is.
Or dude, whatever you're into. I don't care.
Going back to a comment that Eric Miller said earlier was he was asking about how we felt about the customizers and vendors and stuff like that, like posting like the stuff that we make online before like the show. And it's like one of those things that, like me, man, I mean, I make so much stuff, and it's like some of that stuff takes so long to do that when I'm finally done with the piece, it's like, wait, well, now I have to like set up a shot and this and that. It's like, man, that's like a whole nother ball of wax that I really don't want to deal with. So for me personally, like I don't necessarily like to post a lot of the stuff that I make because there's just too much of it. And it's just like, for what? So I can get one, I don't know. I mean, for
Yeah,
my
totally,
quality,
like-
some one crappy shot of it that's not really going to do it justice. I mean,
That's
at
the-
all, I mean, if I was sending my stuff to Trevor,
Well,
it'd be a whole different
mean,
game. But I mean,
The photos never do it justice there.
yeah.
I've-
So it's like
what I've
I'd
read a
rather
couple
just
of
have
times.
people. I just rather have people be surprised and see, firsthand at the table like what these things look like and how much work I've put
Yeah.
into it. That's where the payoff is for me. Shooting
Like Eric's
photos
got
and-
a setup and it looks good, and he takes some good shots, and the things look good. But if you're not into that, if you don't have a dedicated spot to it, setting that up, that's like me
Yeah,
with
yeah.
reviews. Like I have to like set this whole thing up. I don't have a dedicated spot for it, so it's a big pain in the ass. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and so yeah, I think you're right. And then if you take a bad shot, it's like people look at it and go, "Oh, that's not very good."
yeah,
Right,
yeah,
I don't know
exactly.
about that.
That,
So all that
Uh,
being said, Eric, do you care if I show some of your customs real quick?
No, it's all good. yeah, go for it. Go for it. I mean, like I said, I mean, I take personal pictures for myself of what I have, but it's like, it's like,
Yeah, but
I
these
don't-
look good.
like I
Oh, that's
said,
good. I like that. That's
I
cool.
don't necessarily like to like I said, I'm not the photographer here, so it's like, I'm trying to stay in my own lane. You know what I mean?
All right, so just so you
Yeah.
guys know the background of this.
Trevor
so Eric's,
doesn't.
Eric's not the biggest self promoter in the world as far
At
as
all.
like some of his customs go, but like I know other people maybe have too, but I know Ryan and myself have been privy to a bunch of the cool stuff that he's been working on that he's bringing to the convention this week. And I was needling him and saying that, hey, we need to show some of this stuff. Can we show some of this stuff? It's awesome. People want to see it. So ultimately he finally acquiesced, and I just wanted to show some of the cool stuff here because I think it's really cool. Ryan, I know you agree, right?
Oh yeah, because
This little
the
dwarf
stuff that
guy,
he's bringing is fire.
like-
wow, damn,
57, and then he did some of these like statue type things before.
that's great.
Like, check this thing out.
Yeah,
Like,
my
this thing is-
gargoyles were real.
Yeah,
real
you had
big
these
hit
last year, right?
well, not this one. I mean, these are all brand new, but
No,
I mean,
but you had some, and but you
yeah,
didn't want to
yeah.
sell them, right? You weren't.
No,
selling
I
them.
didn't. I didn't want to
Okay,
sell them,
yeah.
and it's one of
I
those
know,
things
I
that I
tried.
took home as a mental note. Like, okay, next year I got to bring gargoyles to sell. So everything that's going to be on my table this year will be for sale. And I won't make the mistake this year of bringing my personal customs that I want to keep in my collection, because I ended up having to sell some of those last year, and I was kind of upset about it. I wasn't.
You
really
had
happy
to.
sell
Somebody,
those.
what, did somebody threaten you or something? Like,
Well, someone wouldn't stop throwing money on my table, and I finally had to fold. You know what I mean? So
There's always a
it was
price.
one of those things where it was like, no, I'm not selling this. I'm not selling this. Like, no, you are selling it. It's like, oh, my God.
another
So it was
$100 bill, another $100.
yeah. That's basically
Okay, all
what
right.
it was. Yeah, it was that.
There's
So it was
money
like
flying at your face.
my hand was forced
Poor guy.
But yeah, I love the purple guy here.
for me, right? Yeah, I know.
Right.
First of all, like, for all of the dwarf fans out there, and people joke
All
about
those
like,
insufferable dwarf fans.
dwarf fans. There's some dwarf goodness here. We got this guy and the purple guy.
That was
I
cool.
like
Yeah.
that. I like that purple guy.
I love the purple guy. I'm getting any ideas, Bill. Oh, sorry.
Jordan. His name will be there.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, I just hope that, like I said, for my personal experience and what I want to get out
There
of
we
my table for people to come and see, is that I just hope I have enough variety for everybody. I mean, like I said, my gargoyles, the dwarves. I mean, you name it. There's knights. There's orcs, all kinds of different varieties out there. So I mean, and then, like I said, and everybody's gonna have a huge variety of stuff to choose from as well. So I just hope there's a little bit of something for everyone, and for each individual collector that finds something that they could want to add to their collection. It's just and like I said, for every single artist out there, I mean, every single one of these pieces is a one of a kind piece, and to me, I think it's tenfold better than buying an exclusive that pretty much anybody could buy. You know what I mean? So it's just I just hope there's, like I said, I hope there's just enough out there for people to choose from, and that they just enjoy my work.
Curtis says, well, LeBron was going to be one of my first tables, but now Hedgehog is sending everyone over there, so I'll have to change my plans.
He blew up his scene.
Sorry about that.
Do you guys feel like here's a question. So I think about like this, like in terms of like within this line, I guess, Legions. There's a lot of people that do customs outside of this, like based on Marvel Legends, doing customs of characters you wouldn't see, or characters that aren't Marvel, or something like that, and they go for big bucks. I just got a feeling like down the line in the future, you know what I mean? Like I never look at figures as like investments.
Mhm.
It's like if you get your money back, honestly. I mean, things fall out of favor, and then later on it's like pennies or whatever. I don't know, man. I look at these things differently. You know what I mean? Like it's different. I mean, not everybody's stuff is going to be that way, but like I think there's going to be a lot of stuff in the future where these things are going to go up in value. You know what I mean? From some artists, or maybe just good pieces. I think they're going to be valuable. I think they'll retain their value, if not gain value.
Because
Yeah.
nobody wants to sell this stuff, because you had this experience, and you met the person, and you just feel so much more attached to like this unique piece,
Yeah.
that you had this experience like tied to it,
Mhm,
and it's
mhm.
custom painted by a friend.
Yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
Or custom
Yeah.
sculpted, whatever, like
Mhm.
that just puts so much
And I
intrinsic value on it, and then
That, and
because
I-
of that, nobody's going to really want to sell a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and so if somebody comes around and is trying to buy it, like there's just nothing to buy because nobody wants
Yeah.
to sell it. So the prices
that and I
would
feel
naturally
like
be crazy.
there's people, maybe I don't know them. I mean, I know a couple. I know Customs by Machu, and there's Phoenix Force Customs, who does like the big haired, you know, all the women like Phoenix and things like that, and Storm, and he creates like these big, beautiful customs and stuff out of the Marvel Legends stuff, enhancing them basically. But I don't know a lot of people's names in those arenas. Like, and I know I'm in this deeply, but I just feel like there's just a lot of people. Not that everybody outside of our little, you know, cabal group and stuff knows these names, but I've heard people on other shows and stuff talk about, oh, the guy who does like the Turtles, or the guy who did the Avengers set, you know, like this. They don't know how to pronounce Emil or ML, but you know, they see the name, and it's just like, you know, I think more and more of that stuff is going to get you know, bigger and bigger and just more interesting to people outside of even people collecting Mythic Legions.
I think
Yeah,
it goes
think
back.
Interesting.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Eric.
I think it's nice to see and be a part of it, to see that you know, artists like myself, Emil, and you know, Curtis and Eric Miller and stuff. I like to see that how much recognition that we're gaining in the short time that we've been doing this, and you know, our names are starting to become like a staple in the customizing, you know, community or the chats within the groups of like who's who of customizing. And yeah, like I said, I only see for the future for a lot of us and upcoming artists that have been joining, you know, in previous cons, like Lenny Kingpin Customs. I mean, he came last year and it just blew everybody's minds with the stuff that he brought. But not, like I said, gaining that recognition and that, you know, that respect from the community as an artist or as artists, you know, yeah, it only drives the value of what we do. And you know, it's like, yeah, we all put a lot of passion and a lot of, you know, time and effort into these pieces. And to me, I'm not selling I don't see it as me selling an action figure anymore. I'm actually selling a piece of artwork is what I'm doing now. You know what I mean? It no longer becomes a you know, $50-$60 action figure. If that was the case, I would just be selling it for that. You know what I mean? Now it's a complete piece of artwork, and you have to take it as it is. And as the, like I said, as the, you know, the you know, the popularity of the artists grow, I mean, I can only see the value of their work growing along with it. So I mean, like I said, and that has to be understood by the people that are going to these tables and purchasing these items. And like I said, you know, there's no way you can put a value to something that's a one of a kind piece once you have it in your possession and as part of your collection. If you were to turn around and sell that, I mean, who knows what you could sell it for if you decided to turn around and sell it. Like, hey, I have a Eric Miller piece, or, you know, an Emil Wickman piece. I mean, if you were to turn around and sell those Avengers, I mean, God only knows what you could sell those for. If you,
yeah, that's not the point. That's not why I'm doing it. But like, I just, after having gotten into it, you know, like more like I do customs myself, not often, but like buying a few and like looking at them, and I'm like, there's something about this line, it's just different. Like, I don't think I'd feel the same way about buying like a $250-$300 Marvel Legends custom, even if it was a character I really loved and I knew they were going to make something like that. I just feel like this has a limited shelf, like it means something to me, and I really wanted it for whatever reason, but I can't see down. I know there's something about where this has grown from. They're kind of the forefront of this small company figures who have gotten, they've become the biggest, right? Out of all these companies who have started doing this stuff, they're definitely the biggest, and the most popular. And I just think this is going to, even if it ends next year, 2 years, 5 years, whatever, you know what I mean? I think they'll retain something, the figures themselves, but then I think there's just a connection to this whole thing that's going to have some sort of, not that you should go out and buy for value. I'm not saying to do that.
Right.
I think there is something to these things for some reason.
Yeah, I'm the first one. I'll be the first one to admit it, but I always sit here and think to myself, you know what? How long will my artwork be relevant? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if, you know, like I said, we're going to hit the high point, and then after a while, people would be like, yeah, I'm not really into customs anymore. Like no one wants to buy them. You know what I mean? I don't know how, I mean, or maybe it'll just get bigger and bigger and bigger every year. I mean, I hope it does, but I mean, I sit there and ponder like, you know what? Like, will my artwork, like I said, will it be relevant, you know, 2, 3, 5 years down the line, or will it just be like everybody's doing it, so nobody really cares anymore? You know what I mean? It's like, you know, will my
I just want to
artwork-
be. I want to be that 75-year-old guy who gets invited to a con at some point just to talk about doing the photography for Mythic. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
That's what I'm talking
Hey,
about.
you know what? Yeah,
Like the guy,
I'm down.
like the guy who originally did all the Star Wars work. He's got a book out. I just bought it. It's great. Like showing his behind the scenes of all the work that he's done and stuff. And that was iconic shit. You know what I mean? That was really cool. And right now we just kind of look at this stuff as like, you know, just like, wow, you know, it's an offshoot of toy collecting or whatever. But I think it'll be something down the line. You know,
All-
it may
all I
have
want-
to go away and die and then come back at some point. But yeah, I think it's got some lasting power.
All I want is when the apocalypse happens and the apes rise up and start to learn about the human race and start to adapt our technology and our art, that they look back at Dorkler videos and they base their culture around that. That's
There you
all I
go.
want.
That's it. That's it.
You
Yeah.
take the big, long ape fingers and hit that like button.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I think it just goes back to Trevor. You were saying something earlier when we were talking about things that you're looking for, like at the con, where you're like, it's now, yes, it is like about like the custom that you're getting, like something that you just like that you think that's really cool, but like
Mhm.
that there's something to like, oh, I want a this or I want a that. Like I got a Rich Kai's custom myself at Legion's Con last year, so I'm like, I got a Rich Kai's, but I would love to have like an Eric LeBron or an Eric Miller. Or Jeremy was posting, you know, his stuff on the Cabal earlier today, and like Greg McTavish was like, "Yeah, you know what? I can't believe I don't have one of these yet. Like, I really want to get one of these. Like, I want to get a Mythic
Yeah.
custom. Like, so now,
Yep.
yes, it's the figure, but you want something from the artist too, which is,
Yeah.
I think that's super super cool.
Well, I've
Yeah.
been taking
Me-
to calling out to like some people and just saying like, listen, man, I if you can find a way to, you know, find some time to do a Fury Orc, I kind of have a collection of Fury Orcs going from different people, either sculpts that I've gotten that I'll put on something that I already have or I'll make, or a full custom Fury Orc. And like, I kind of like that. Like there's a little lane
Yeah.
that I'm looking for
focus.
now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
totally.
just fun.
Yeah, I'm
It's cool.
totally on that boat as far as like making sure, well, not making sure, but when I go to the cons, like picking up a piece from an artist that I don't have a piece from yet. Like I have pieces, I have a piece from Jeremy, I have a piece from Lenny Kingpin, I have
Yeah,
one from Curtis, I have one of Jeremy's pieces from Mythic Customs. So it's like each artist, like, you know,
Yeah, I gotta
Nikki
get one of those.
Nicole, I have one of her pieces. So,
Nice.
you know, it's like I want to definitely, like I said, add
John.
an individual piece. I have a piece from He Mike, who I've been a big fan of for years and years, ever since attending PowerCon when I first met him. And it's like, you know, getting one of his pieces was like a grail piece to me. It was like, oh man, like I'm finally actually getting one of his pieces. And it's like I said, adding that to the collection is far more important to me than ever adding like an old grail figure or something like that. It's just,
Right.
like I said, it's just so cool to get that in your collection.
Do you guys catalog these things too? Because I there's times I gotta tell you, like I bought heads last year and I took them out and I was like, shit, I don't remember whose head this was.
Oh, I
I
bought
need-
so
I
many
need
heads
to.
last year. I forgot. I
I
was
need
asking people,
like
whose
honestly,
head
if
is
you
that?
if here's a good tip, like as a customizer, like if you can swing it, either just write it on a bag, you know, if you have the little plastic baggies or whatever, or get some bags with a sticker on it or something, your own sticker, and put it in a little paper bag. Because I want to know. Sometimes they're just wrapped up in bubble wrap, and I take it out. I'm
Mhm.
like, shit, who did I buy
Yeah.
this from?
As
I don't
Yeah,
as
know.
a buyer and just as somebody who tries to take pictures and then like post stuff too, like same kind of idea. Like if you buy a head at a table, take a picture of the head, take a picture of the person's business card or
Smart.
Yeah.
logo, you know,
Yeah.
and just kind of
Yeah.
if it's not
That's a good
there
idea.
for you naturally, like keep track of it yourself. Like that's an easy way
Yeah,
to do
that's a
it.
good
Is just snap a
Yeah.
photo, snap a photo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I'm gonna have
heads-
to
the
put
heads
stuff
I
up on the
bought-
Cabal from last year. That's like like, have you seen this man? You want it
yeah,
perfect.
Right.
exactly.
Who's made
Where
this?
did this come from?
No, I
Whose-
did the same
Whose
thing.
man's
I
is this?
bought like 15 or 20 custom painted heads last year, and like I said, I only maybe remembered like 5 of them from who I bought it from. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
where
That's
the
the
hell did
problem.
I get this from? Who painted this? You know?
Yeah.
Definitely happens.
You know,
Because
John
actually,
Caulfield
I know I have a
popping in.
Curtis head.
Oh no, I was just
Hey,
shouting
John,
out
what's going on,
John
John?
for being here, and just wanted to let him know. And I don't know if Bill heard this or not, but Michael Casper was in here earlier talking shit, basically saying that the Legion Slayer guys were going to wipe the floor with the Euro guys and the Lounge guys. That was straight from Michael Casper. Trevor, Bill,
Well,
John
let's be
Caulfield. You have any
clear.
response?
Let's be clear. The lair isn't going to. Michael might. Brad isn't doing shit.
Brad's gonna be doing Arnold impressions the whole time.
That's a hell of a
Yeah, he's like,
response.
oh my god! I can't believe you got that one right. Oh my god! You're so stupid.
Not bad, Trevor. You might have the best Arnold impersonation.
Oh shit! That's the coup de
Watch
grace.
out.
That's what you do Saturday night. is like,
Oh my
well,
god!
you
If
know
that.
what?
Oh my god! If we had an Arnold
An
off,
Arnold off?
and I beat him, that would crush him. That would crush
Arnold
him.
off.
Crush him. He'd have nothing left.
Yeah, nothing.
Except every Mythic Legions and all the birds and everything else.
That's a fair point. So this is. I wanted to grab this, and I just happened to see it over there on a shelf. This was my Eric Miller purchase from last year's Legions Con. This head right here. There you go.
Oh, nice. Oh, cool. Yeah, yeah.
Really cool.
Love
And
it.
I've had a plan for this guy from the moment I purchased him that I still haven't done it yet. So I need to
Uh-huh.
try to do it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
he hasn't taken the
Got about-
figure out.
I got
of the
about
box, that's
9
why.
of those right now. Yeah.
I just have to pop it on a body. And I have the body, the whole
This
thing.
is why I want to buy full customs now. 'Cause I just, I tell myself like I'm going to put this on something, and I never.
So John Caulfield says about Casper, he'll be cleaning the floor afterwards. That's for sure.
Yikes.
Good on you, John. Good
Right.
on you.
Right underneath his stool.
So
Yeah.
Trevor and Bill, we don't have any. Do we have any details about this contest, or we'll find out?
None. I mean, the only thing I know is it's Saturday night, and I hope it's not at 7. I hope we can push it to 8 or something like that, so we can go out and get some food.
8 would be
first.
good. Yeah, 8 would
Yeah,
be good.
8 would be fine. We can make it back.
Because
And,
Saturday is going
I
to be
mean-
tough to get a table at the in-house bar, right?
Yeah, the
yeah,
bar's
it'd be
gonna
nice
be
if
nuts.
that
We're
place is
probably
Pretty
gonna have to
small.
go
I'm not
out.
banking on that thing at all.
Yeah, Friday night.
That'll be
maybe.
more of like a lunch thing, I think, for
yeah.
me. Maybe.
Thursday, Friday, it should be fine. But
Yeah, and maybe lunch. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping. Here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's like trivia night at the bar, right? Like everybody gets a sheet, they ask a question, you answer it, and
Little
whoever gets the
stump
most
trivia.
right wins, and not just like a buzz in because that's going to be ridiculous, or like a round robin because that's going to be.
Buzz.
I'm sure we'll get the wrong. We'll get the wrong question. We'll get the. It's my luck, man.
Now the bar, I'll tell
crazy.
you what. I've been to this hotel. I've been to this bar. The bar is not small. The bar
Cheating
is
is cheating.
yeah, it looks pretty big. It looks like it's
Drinking
got a lot of
is
seats.
stinking. Drinking is stinking. Well, John said we're gonna get Mike drunk, anyway, so and it won't take long.
I don't know if you have input on this or not, Jared, but Pablo asks if how do the wings from the unknown one look on Vorgus? Is that something you've tried or thought about?
I did not do that. I can do it, and I'll send you a picture though,
Nice.
if I can find some unknown one wings. Yeah.
So, real quick, can I have a random complaint moment? Random
show.
complaint. So when I was going through all like my Halloween figures and stuff like that, I pulled out this guy. So the Hasbro Black Series, like Werewolf Chewbacca, which I never opened from last year, but I was happy to get him. Kind of excited about it because I love stupid shit like this. And he was going to come with like the McDonald's trick or treat basket. So that's the kind of thing that I was like the most like excited about. Like couldn't wait to make this guy a part of like my Halloween display or whatever. So then I didn't open him till today. So I've had him for like a year. I finally opened him, right? Pulled him out. I'm like, all right, it's a Chewbacca figure. Fair enough. He looks like a werewolf. And then I pulled out the trick or treat basket, right? And it does look pretty cool. and I just didn't remember this, right? I didn't remember from when it first came out, and like the sides like pop out and stuff, and I'm like, wait a minute,
Yeah,
it doesn't look.
it's the
right.
ice
Why-
cream maker thing. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah,
Mhm.
and I'm like, wait, this
it's
is just
the
a repainted-
Camtono or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I'm like, it's the ice cream maker. They just repainted the ice cream maker. I'm like,
Did you think they made a new
That's
piece
kinda
for
cool.
for a werewolf Wookiee?
That's
Well, I
the
mean-
whole beauty of that line is like, what are they going to
Reuse.
creatively
Yeah.
reuse?
Right.
Yeah.
give me a
like that.
fucking handle. Give me a handle so we can hold it
You're supposed to
in his
carry
hand.
it. Did you not see the movie? Like you just
Nobody does that.
Yeah, you
There's a
carry it under
handle.
your shoulder. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The new ones have a handle.
My
Well, running
favorite part
shoes
about
with
this
the-
whole thing is that you bought it last year
Uh-huh.
before Halloween, right?
Yeah.
Didn't open it.
No.
And then you waited until after Halloween this
This
year
year,
to
yeah.
open it.
He's ready
Yeah,
for
yeah,
next
part.
year.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
where
You're
I'm
all
at.
ready to go.
and
He
now
won't
you're
be disappointed when he opens it next year and his Wookiee can't hold his ice cream maker.
You have no idea. The reason why this was out was like my
Got a pretty
dining
good
room
idea.
table has all these figures on it for the top 10 scary action figure video that I never made. They're all just sitting on my dining room
sounds like it
table.
would've
This is
been great.
layers of procrastination that I don't think we have time for.
Jonathan can make time. He's the king of it.
Like how many I don't know, how many ideas have you guys had? I mean, does this happen to you where you have an idea of like something you want to do, and it can be like either a
Oh,
video
all
or
the
something
time.
else, and you pull the stuff out like and you start it or you think about starting it and then it just never happens.
Oh, I've got about 6 reviews like half done
Sure.
in
Every single day.
my camera. Yeah.
I'm doing the scary figures one though. I don't care. I'll release it on Thanksgiving weekend. I don't give a shit.
There you go.
That'll make sense.
Exactly.
That'll totally make sense. So, Ryan, you mentioned earlier something that I find interesting. Ryan Gonzalez this year is going to be, for the first time, a cart guy. There's going to be Ish, and then there's going to be Rygon with the cart. So,
Wow.
Ryan, you're coming through, big spender. Like, what's going on here? What are you
Man,
trying
you're
to
bringing a cart, dude?
Yeah. So I sold Curtis a HasLab Sentinel, and I didn't want to carry that up to my room. Plus, I plan on trying to get as many Dio pieces as I can, and carrying all that shit to the car after the con was kind of a pain in the ass with all the luggage. And I figured I could just throw it in there. Thinking logically, I mean, when you see me pulling a cart, just try not to make too much fun of me.
No promises.
I'll try not to run into me.
Exactly.
Zero promises.
Knock my table.
No, I'm not going to be a dickhead about it. I mean,
What are you
I know,
doing?
I know how to maneuver the cart.
John says he's jealous of the cart guys.
I'm bringing a cart, like a shopping cart, like a Costco shopping cart. Just
Yeah, and just like wheel through. That'd be great.
Plow through the aisle.
There's a
Yeah.
Target right down the road, so we can just grab a couple of those red carts, throw them in Trevor's Jeep,
Yep.
bring them back to the Whippany Marriott. We're good to go.
clunk it through. Target carts always have like a clunky wheel. Like every single cart at my Target.
I
has a
want to see
clunky wheel.
I want to see somebody with like a handmade wooden cart with like the big wheels, like a medieval
Custom, just like
cart. Right.
Somebody
Just
call up Brian
pulling that
Almeida.
through.
We need a life-size chariot.
Maybe with a small pony
that's
pulling it.
that's
That would be
the
amazing.
that's the niche that nobody has tapped into. Custom carts.
Yeah,
Custom
exactly.
carts.
Exactly. You might have something there.
There you go.
I'm surprised. As ridiculous as it's getting sometimes now, I'm surprised someone hasn't rolled in with one of those big Home Depot flatbed carts. You know what I mean? Like,
Just roll up with a bagster.
yeah.
Flatbeds. That's,
Well, I mean, Ish rolled up last year with a freaking U-Haul.
Yeah, dude.
he
That's,
laughed at me. He laughed. He was hot. He was filling his U-Haul, and I was carrying like my 3 figures that I brought to my car, and he literally pointed at me and laughed as he was stacking boxes.
just mocking
For
you.
Exactly.
PowerCon, he had the double decker wagon. He had storage
Oh,
underneath
God.
and on top.
Yeah, he did.
Nice.
Yeah.
I remember at our intern for a day in 2021. That's when I met Ish. Ish was a part of our intern class.
Yeah.
And it was GCon. So we're like sitting in the big room at the studio, like the next door room where like they had like all the interns and stuff sit with the big screen. And we're hanging out. Ish is there holding court. You know how Ish is, right?
Mhm.
And he had like this neon yellow outfit on, like the sneakers match the hat, match the shirt, and he's there. And I turn around and like I hadn't even really met him yet, and he's talking to somebody else, and they were talking about some Legions figures that they wanted that they could never get their hands on. And Ish turns around and he's like, "That was a problem you don't have anymore. Because now you know me." And I was like, "Who's this guy?" He's like the Legion's mafioso. That's the thing, man. I'm so excited for this week to like have that. Like 2 years ago, that was like I had been into Legions already for a couple of years before I joined the Cabal, which was only like a month or two before I went to intern for a day, and I met Ryan Gonzalez for the first time. I met Trevor for the first time. I met Michael Xavier and Casper and Jones and all kinds of different people for the first time. And like it's just sort of like a callback to that. Like I can't wait for it to be sort of like at this venue and to be there. And I'm not going to be there for intern for a day. I'm going to miss G-Con. I'll probably be showing up sometime Friday night, but I have like this vision in my head of like sort of like walking into the hotel that night. Everybody's hanging out like at the Irish pub and like seeing like all these people and seeing all you guys there. And I can't freaking wait, dude.
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be freaking awesome, man.
It'll be great. Can't wait. Well, if you want to see anything for G-Con, I should probably get going because
I was just gonna say.
Get to work.
First of all, like Trevor, thank you for joining us. Jared, thank you for joining us. Bill, thank you for hopping on.
Absolutely.
Jared, any final words before we sign off and we see each other this week?
No, man, I'm just ready to get my ass up there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I can't wait, man. Bill, any final words?
Nope. Tune in tomorrow at some point. I'll have a sort of a little surprise Legions Con something video coming up. Nothing big, but it'll be pretty cool and it'll be very informative for people who are going to be hitting up Legions Con.
Trevor,
Cryptic.
would you mind doing me a favor? And I'm trying to see that hot toy over there. Can you just turn your camera, start turning it
180 degrees? The one that you're
all the
looking
way around
directly
so I can
at,
get a good
that
angle?
one.
There's actually nothing on the table right now, so not seeing anything. I would say don't piss yourself, but get ready to crap your pants. Get ready to crap your pants though over the stuff that you're going to see at G-Con.
Say to not crap your pants. So.
Yeah.
Right. Aim to not crap your pants, but definitely don't piss yourself.
Nolan, see you later this week. Kevin's aiming to be there by 9 a.m. on Friday. Jesse says, can't wait to hang with you all next week. Stephanie Ork, grabbing the cards for us. Amber Gonzalez, John Caulfield. Guys, I can't wait to see all of you this week. LeBron, you've got to be feeling good right now, or what?
Absolutely, man. Can't wait to see everybody. Can't wait to enjoy everybody's artwork, the camaraderie of the community, and for all the people that'll be their first time. I know there's a lot of talk and a lot of posts on the Cabal lately about people, worried about being introverted. I mean, you know what? We've all been there. We've all done that. And a lot of us are all introverted in our own respects, and we respect that. But trust me, you're going to have a hell of a time once you get in there and meet everybody and come and enjoy the community and just have an amazing time. Yeah, just say hi and you're in, man. It takes nothing more than that.
And like, just say hi. Sometimes you don't even have to just say hi. Like, there's so many people hanging out and having fun that people will come up to you and say hi. Like, don't get too like caught up and like, I gotta make sure I go say hi. Like, just chill out and have fun. Like, people will talk to you.
Yeah. I mean, if you see a large group of people just hanging out, milling around, just walk up and join the conversation. And like I said, there's no doubt that everybody's just going to have an amazing time. It's just, like I said, best of luck to all of my, fellow vendors that are going to be at the table, hoping for a successful show for everybody. Yeah. And like I said, let's just have a bitchin' weekend, man. It's just going to be awesome.
Awesome. Rhino, any final words?
I'm just excited to hang out with everybody and spend some money,
Hell yeah.
Cool.
All right. Can I do one more plug.
Yeah.
Legion's Lounge
course.
is going to happen tomorrow night. Just going to be kind of a free for all. So I'll talk to all of you later. But just people coming and going, just kind of getting their final predictions and stuff like that, or just final thoughts and stuff like that before we head out there. So 9:00 tomorrow. Join us.
We
It'll be
should
fun.
say, listen, Mythic Week starts right now, basically. So we got
Oh yeah.
Eric with the bear pulling for the bear on Friday. The announcement of
Get
the
the
bear.
bear mount, baby. Let's get that bear mount.
We got Legion's Lounge Monday night. Then we've got, tomorrow night we've got Shooting the Shelf, right? There's got to be a Shooting the Shelf tomorrow with Jesse and Curtis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Monday night we got the special Legion's Lounge, right? Tuesday night, if I'm not mistaken, is the Legion's Lair 50th episode.
Wow.
Oh yes, Monday. I'm
So-
sorry, dude. I don't know what day it is anymore. It's been one. It's been
Sunday's
one
not a
blur
real day. That's
for 2
okay. That's
weeks.
fine.
Yeah.
Sunday's not a real
Yeah,
day.
Monday night at 9 p.m. You know when it is. Everybody, you don't know what it is.
Monday 9 p.m. Legion Slayer Tuesday, special 50th episode. Mythic Customs or Mythic Conversations on Wednesday, right into intern.
Right.
So thank you everybody for joining us live. Anybody that catches us on the replay, thank you for that too. And until next time, don't forget the number one rule: Cabal above all.